I just never want the music to end. It's so good. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have picked it, I suppose. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Because the stream is starting late today. It is in fact not the morning. Ooh, hello Game Boy. I finally have the YouTube chat up on my other screen. Some days I literally can't run it. Like if you were here yesterday, which I don't think you were, Game Boy, but if you were here yesterday for Vintage Story, or even Helldivers, I have to close everything down on my system to make sure that the game runs well. Hey, I got some news. You've probably already heard it, Game Boy, but this game, World of Warships Legends, is coming to PC in a month. In a month. It's coming to Steam. It's coming to Game Pass, which, I mean, it's a free-to-play game anyway. Oh, I got a problem. Hang on. Game Boy. Game Boy. A giant wasp just walked across the chat. Actually, it could be a bee. I think it's a wasp. I'm going to have to be right back because I'm in a tiny room with a wasp. And right now, why can't you comment on the Twitch? What, you mean in Twitch chat? You should be able to. You should just be able to talk in chat. Right? I've not seen you say anything. The auto mod hasn't popped up and said there's any issues or anything. You've just not spoken in Twitch chat yet. So, as far as I can tell. But I am going to have to be right back, weirdly enough. I have no idea. Verification has nothing to do with me in terms of Twitch. My settings don't have any kind of weird verification. Maybe, this is just a guess, I have no idea, but maybe Twitch somehow wants to know your age or something before you're allowed to use some of its community features. I don't know. I just don't know. You're under 18, if I recall, so maybe they just want. Maybe there's some check that popped up for you that never did for me. But I am not stopping anyone from chatting or messaging or anything. There's not restrictions. Technically, this game is rated 16 or something. Like literally, this game is rated whatever it is, 15 or 16, because it technically, quote unquote, has sex in it. So maybe Twitch is catching people for that. I don't know, but it's certainly not a me thing. But look, I'm going to have to be right back for... hang on a sec. I'm going to have to be right back and deal with this wasp because I'm in a sealed room and this wasp is currently chilling, but you know at some point over the next 2 hours it's going to fly into my face and sting me in the eyeball or something. So I am just going to have to... Let me type it into chat. So that people know what the hell's going on. Hello, Raven. BFGP underscore just said lol. Just filling you all in. Did any of you ever get into a habit of saying lol out loud to be ironic in like the late 2000s? My family did. We never quite got out of it. Sometimes I'll just be like, haha, lol. I sound like a fucking idiot when I do it, though. All right, yeah, I'll be right back. I got to deal with this. Look, spring has sprung, all right? The wasps love... I'm in a shed. The wasps love this shed. I'll be right back. Hello. There is one less wasp in this room now. There may be others. They really seem to like this shed. Every day. I mean, it's all right when I'm in here and the weather's nice and they fly in. By the way, we're still stuck with these ducks. Look at these weirdos. Look at this guy in a gimp costume in the front. I mean, it's all leather. Even his hat is fully leather. Everything he's wearing is leather. Anyway, let's go with fewer wasps, hopefully. Let's just open these crates. I think they're just, yeah, it's just regular old whatever crates. Let's just get through this. Look at the nice little floaties in the background. We'll start playing the video game. How about that? Let's just get my random free stuff. Yeah, in a month's time, this game is coming to PC. And so right now I'm playing it on my Xbox One S, the old Xbox, right? This was the first Xbox that came out that could do 4K. But actually that was a bit of a misnomer because the video games didn't run at 4K. But the Xbox could output 4K. So it's like, yeah, you want to play your 4K Blu-rays, this is the console for you kind of thing. Because the original Xbox One, I guess, could only do 1080p. Anyway, it's coming. This game's coming out on PC. And so I assume it will run pretty well. I did play about 20 minutes of the beta, the closed beta, when it was on Steam like a year ago. And wait, oh, I have no dailies right now because I hang on, I got through the Yamato thing. I gotta select the new thing. The hull was launched. We'll get there eventually. I see I don't have any of these guys leveled up, and I bet I don't have any of these ships. All right, I've got the Colorado. Great. Now I'll pick these even though I don't have the ships. Save me time and effort if I ever do get the ships. What's in my other one? What's in this one? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the Xbox. So yeah, in a couple of weeks when you're watching these streams, you should see higher frame rates, which I'm really happy about because this game isn't so bad. The fact that it runs at like 30 FPS, my dailies currently are just the Colorado. Sexy ship though. But yeah, the frame rate in this game isn't such a problem because it's kind of, for the most part, it's not like some kind of Twitch kind of, and I don't mean Twitch as in the streaming thing, but Twitch as in like Twitch responses. It's not the kind of game usually where like, oh, if I just had 5 extra frames, I could have headshotted that guy and 360 no-scoped his girlfriend or whatever. Like, it's not that kind of game. But World of Tanks, a little bit more is. You can be whizzing around the enemy at 60 kilometers an hour and need to swing your turret around and hit a weak spot on them while they're moving, and also you're flying through the air because you've just done a ramp. And the fact that that game, when the action really gets going on this old console, the fact that it hits like, well, it never runs at 30 because that game actually shows you the frame rate in the corner of the screen and it always says 29. Until the action gets going, and then maybe it peaks down to 28 and sometimes 27. So it's painful. I feel like I'm working at a disadvantage to everyone else. So when I'm really bad at that game, which I'm not amazing, I'm kind of average on my best days, it's all because of the frame rate. I can just blame it on that. Because people with newer consoles like the PS5 and I guess what's the new Xbox called? The Xbox Series S, man, they really went out there with the names. They really went confusing with the names. Those consoles can run that game at 60, and they can run this game at 60. We got fucking Santa Claus in the driver's seat here. All right, we got a Friesland here, Friesland, Miyoko. What's that guy's username? Mr. Halo Melee, Mr. Halo Melee. Now that's a guy I can get behind. Literally, I'm gonna get behind him. But no. I'm going to turn towards the middle of the map, I think. Oh, he's turning that way? All right, no. I'm gonna literally help him out. I'm not going to leave him and this destroyer behind. Come on, let's swing it around. We'll have the guns on the starboard side and we'll follow Mr. Halo. I love Halo. I'm a big Halo. I'm a Halo fan. I'm a Halo game fan. My good friend, the Admiral. All right, dude, you're now turning around towards the back of the map. Where are we going here, bro? Bruh. That's what the kids say. See, I'm down with the kids. All right. I mean, I'm doubtful those torpedoes are going to reach anything. Maybe they're super long-range torpedoes. Why did he turn away? Oh, can he only fire torpedoes out of his arse? Some ships are like that. There's a is it like a Japanese cruiser or something I've got at the moment that I don't like? The Aoba, I think actually, AOBA. Is that Japanese? I don't know what country that's from, but it can only fire torpedoes out of its arse. So if you want to shoot the enemy, you got to turn away from them, kind of like he just did, to fire those torpedoes. It's real annoying. All right, looks like we're going up against the Alabama. Am I going to be able to... by the time I reach this rock right here, am I still going to have health? That's the real question. Or is he going to blast the ever-loving shit out of me? He can't see me currently, so I could take a moment.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Oh, he's disappeared. Why has he disappeared? Oh, he's back. Well, he's going to see me soon anyway. He's turning towards us. That was a bad shot. My controller slipped. All right, guys. I'm worried about that. Oh, no, that destroyer that was near us is dead. Good job. I saw something died. Those torpedoes aren't going to reach us, are they? I don't think so. They're going to hit that island. Hey, Sammy. You missed the start of the stream. There was a wasp. It's the most exciting thing that's ever happened on one of my streams. I started the stream. I was looking up at my my laptop screen because that's where the YouTube chat is, and Game Boy was saying hi on there. And I'm very on fire now. Good job, Alabama. Like, I can't be any more on fire than I am, I think. Can I have 4 fires? Oh, someone just fucked him up. It might have been me, actually. Let's just get into cover here. Do a little repairing for a minute. Slow down for a touch. Yeah, I was looking up over there. I just started the stream, and just a huge wasp started crawling over the laptop screen, so it had to be dealt with. It was very exciting. We had animal control come in. They had those collars on the sticks. You've seen the ones in the movies. All right, you know what? I'm not going to hide back here too much. There are still 2 battleships over here. I wonder what... We have a little team up here. The Flandre, the Constellation... The Atlantico even are on this side of the map engaging these guys, so I don't want to be hiding. I want to add to the conflict here. I want to make the conflict worse. But no, I want to do a little bit of crossfire with these guys and keep them thinking. Strength in numbers. Anyway, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game coming to PC. I hope it runs well. There's every possibility that it'll just be like, oh no, it turns out your laptop, the drivers, I don't know, they're just bad, or it's CPU something. It won't run well. I don't know. You never know. There might be something that causes me issues. Or it crashes constantly. Who could say? Come on, little destroyer. I see him over there getting pummeled. Alright. The Zy-10 is a dangerous foe. I don't really want to be kind of pointing my broadside at him here. I am just going to get one more broadside shot off, and then I'm going to turn towards him and just start firing that way. That may have been a bit too... No, that was a pretty good shot. Ish. It's hard to tell. Oh, no, the amazing shot. God, I'm the best gamer ever. You see that 360, 420 no-scope? You say my laptop will be OP for this game, right? And probably. I've got like a 3070 in this thing. And, you know, plenty of whatever else. But, uh-oh. I think I may need to bring more guns to bear on this guy. He's got me on fire. I can hurt him, but, like, I need more guns. This may be a bad idea. Let's just use my repair. Screw it. Because I might be dead in a second anyway. Who cares? Good shot, guys. Some of those shells hit. The Alabama isn't some tricky guy that has torpedoes, is he? This is my secondary range anyway. 5. Oh, he's well within it. Let's turn the boost on. I almost never get this close. That's a pretty good shot. Amidships there. If I can get a couple more on him, he's going to crash. He's more interested in just staying the course and hitting me than steering. It makes it a little easier to fire on him. Alright, thank you, Mr. Halo Melee. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Or madame. Oh no, his name's Mr., I guess. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I was just saying just before you arrived about all the frame rate stuff. I really wish, and I guess it's never going to happen, but I really wish that they would bring World of Tanks console to PC as well. I mean, I would have said it would never happen for either of these games, because why? What's the reason? What's the incentive? I'm really curious, like, what the suits... A bunch of suits at some point in the past couple of years, a bunch of suits sat in an office, or more likely on a Zoom call, and they decided, yeah, okay, this game, we're bringing it to PC. This is going to be like financially advantageous to us. Hell yeah, let's do it. Like it's going to be easy to port. Apparently, I guess, I assume. I mean, it runs on everything. Like if you can get this thing running on phones and consoles and every which way, presumably it's not the hardest thing in the world to port, you know? And the developers already have lots of experience with PC games. Because these are console ports of PC. So they must have been like, yeah, the money's there. We reckon the money's there. Let's look at the spreadsheet. We reckon enough of these people will convert to the PC version. Like enough of these people are not going to buy new consoles. You know what? I should be spinning around, shouldn't I? And bringing my guns to the left side. Maybe that's their thinking. Maybe their thinking is, look, a lot of these people who play this game aren't playing the new games. They aren't buying the new consoles. They're sticking with the older stuff. Maybe I don't know, that's me. They're not buying new stuff, and these older consoles are being aged out, right? And maybe they're seeing like, okay, we know we're not going to support the... just hit his ass. We're not going to be supporting these old Xbox Ones for much longer. And a large enough percentage of those players are not going to buy a new Xbox to continue playing this game. So what if we bring this game to PC, because the development overhead isn't going to be too crazy to do that, and all these people probably have machines that can actually run it, because as Sammy pointed out just now, you can run this thing on a potato, presumably. I don't know, that's just one little thought process. Maybe I'm crazy and I'm completely wrong and that's not at all their thinking process. But whatever their thought process was, it was definitely, we think this is going to bring in more money than it costs to develop and maintain, right? So they must think the money's coming from somewhere. Our Xbox is out of stock. Gosh darn. I really doubt I'm going to hit this guy. Oh, he's turning right. That's a bad shot. You think we'll win? I don't know, man. I'm the only battleship left, and they still have 3. Our guys are getting slaughtered. Where's Mr. Halo? Let's just remind my buddies to make sure he's defended. Oh, this is going to go really poorly now, isn't it? As soon as they, I believe the term is gank me, as soon as they team up on me in a minute to get a lot of fire just on me, then I'm going to be screwed. And all I can really do... Oh, that was a bad shot. He's moving faster than I thought. All I can do is turn towards them, close the gap a bit, and try to maybe get behind this island, but I'll probably be dead by the time I get there. I just don't want to show my side off too much. Actually, I might even slow down. I don't know. It's just the other battleship is there, and now this battleship is here. Nah, I'm done for. There's too many battleships right now. Plus, apparently, this guy's... Is that his secondaries firing on me just now? Yeah, we got too many guys who are going to focus on me. I'm just going to say good game. It's all over. Look at that. 300 health points. Man, it's just such a shame they all came out at once. That was the one thing I was worried about. But I wasn't just going to leave my team behind, and they were kind of sailing up in this direction, you know? Anyway, that was a fun little match. Xboxes are out of stock, but you know what isn't? The Nintendo Switch. That's probably the only console that this isn't out on, right? Probably. Let me drink my tea for a moment here. Slurp, slurp. Oh, that's a good cup of tea. Ooh. Hey, it was going well for a little while there, wasn't it? We sunk that battleship earlier. Felt pretty good. Yeah, one wonders. I mean, yeah. One does wonder if that's coming at some point. There was some talk of a lot of developers not getting their hands on the Switch 2 dev kits. I don't know if that was true. I don't know. At one point, the first thing that I thought of in my head when you said you're surprised they didn't port it to Switch 2, my first thought was, well, this game is technically rated like 16 for containing sex. That's literally the rating on the game, right? I think it's 16 or 15 or whatever it is. And I thought, oh, Nintendo aren't going to allow that on their platform. But then I remembered that, like, yeah, that's maybe that was true in the days of the DS, but these days, that's not at all true. And everything comes out on the Switch. You can play everything. I mean, maybe not everything, but you know what I mean. Ooh, let's bring the Sherborg out. I like the Sherborg. So that wouldn't hold them back at this point. And let's be honest, the quote-unquote sex in this game is extremely minimal, so it's not really a problem. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they've not brought it out on the Switch. Because you're right. I mean, I get maybe it's a... there's a good point. This is a free-to-play game, so there's a lot of encouraging people to spend money. I mean, they want people to spend a bunch of money in the game. How many of those kind of cash-grabby, like, free-to-play, kind of loot-boxy, gambly kind of games are on the Switch? Is that something Nintendo's cool with? Because they're cool with violence and adult themes and things in games these days. But how cool are they with adding that kind of thing into their ecosystem? Maybe it exists, because I don't have one. Yeah, it's full of shovelware. It's full of crap. But is it full of, like, gambly, free-to-play, give us your money stuff? Okay, well, if it is, then yeah. Maybe it's a case of... Because Nintendo are going to get a cut of all of that kind of stuff, right? Maybe the developers of this game just don't want that. Don't like whatever cut Nintendo want to take. But then, I mean, it's not like Microsoft and Sony don't take their cut. So I don't know. I don't know why it's not on Switch. Maybe they just think their player base doesn't own a Switch. Maybe they've run the numbers. Sorry, fella. I'm going to just hit you in the arse a little bit. Maybe they... I'm turning left. I'm trying to avoid him. Maybe they've run the numbers. You know what? If these guys are going right, I'm going to go with them. I don't like to abandon people. I didn't think anyone would come this way. I'll swing back around. The Sherborg is, as I've said many times, for those who don't know, a French cruiser with battlefield with battleship guns on her front. Like these two big turrets with 4 guns each. No main guns on her arse, though, but she's very maneuverable. So, and quite stealthy as well sometimes. Quite stealthy. I mean, she is a cruiser. But she's got that, like, 25-second reload kind of thing. Still, I don't want to draw the ire of any of these... Oh, he's a bourgeoisie! That's his username, in case you can't read it. He's bourgeois. Ah... Who can see me? Must be a destroyer. That's not great for me. Let's just swing away a little bit. Seeing as we've been spotted anyway, why don't we try to take a shot at the Constellation? It's like a 24-second reload. I don't know. Oh, yeah. The enemy's in C. Oh, I hit him. Good. Oh, I hit him twice. Nice. Yeah, we got... oh, this guy's screwed. Thing is, this cruiser who's getting obliterated in front of me, he's the reason I'm not being obliterated right now. And as soon as he's dead, which will not take long, look at the fire he's receiving, it will be me next. Hell, even the battleship next to me has seen the light and is running away, and I'm going to run away with him. Alas, it does mean I can't really find my guns. You know... This guy's turning. It's real hard. I'm not the best shot. Did I hit him? I did, though. I did hit him, and I think I kind of gathered that he was turning away. I do not like running, and I am just running right now, really. Let's bring the guns around this way. This cruiser wants me dead, and he knows... Yeah, no. I meant point at cruiser. He knows I can't really hit him as well. I don't want to just run for the sake of running. He shouldn't be able to see me, but this destroyer in C, as soon as he's out of the smoke, he'll be able to see me again. Hopefully my guns will be round by then. What is the Atlantico doing? I mean, he's running the gauntlet over there to try and rescue the situation, but that's not going to work out for you, buddy. There's too many guys hiding in smoke that we can't even engage, even if we wanted to. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to this game being on PC. I will do a stream that day. I mean, every man and his dog are going to do a stream that day, so look. I won't feel bad if you decide to watch a good streamer streaming this game on Monday, May the 4th. Because let's be honest, every man and his dog who ever played this game is going to come out of the woodwork to stream it on that day on PC, right? I assume. I don't know. But I will be, probably around 11 a.m., you know, same as I usually do. And we'll have some fun. Yep. This is why we're running away. There goes that guy. Alright, so our best bet now is to meet up with the rest of the fleet. Goodbye, Michelangelo. I am not hopeful. I'm not hopeful. But if we can consolidate our forces a little bit and get into a bit of cover, because we're wide open out here, maybe we can turn it around. They still have their destroyer in sea. I'm not hopeful, but who cares? Look at this camo on my ship. It looks so nice. That's the main thing. Looking good. Yeah, I'm going to remember that, Sammy, the next time Fall Guy shows up. I'm going to quote that to him verbatim. Anyone remember verbatim floppy disks? They were pretty good. They were cheap. You know what isn't cheap nowadays? Cassette tapes. I wanted to get some for my answering machine. It's like £10 for a pack of 4 cassette tapes. And you can get cheaper ones, but I'm talking like regular Maxell, you know? Just like your standard decent tape. Not premium, but not crap either. Just like good ones. Well, it's all over. Oh, you're coming to a stop, are you? You know what? Let's use my quick reloader and see if I can hit this guy, even though he's... You think he's still there? It's really hard to hit dudes when you can't see him. Alright, screw this. Turning on the engine. Speedy upper. I missed him. I'm turning towards them. I've only got guns on my front anyway. I'm going to send a good game and fuck these guys. I'm just driving at them. I'm going to die before I reach them because they're in smoke. Their destroyer can see me. Let's see if I can hit one of them while they're in the smoke. Oh, they bounced off my... what do you think? He might be here? Let's try that. Let's just randomly fire until I die. Oh, I got him. Target that explosion and fire. What do you mean torpedoes? Ooh, there's that destroyer. Yeah, he got me with one. Just one, though.
We're below the waterline. We're flooding quickly.
And I need to rewatch those Star Trek films. Alright, spin around a little bit.
The ship is on fire.
Where are all of my colleagues? We got a lot of them off to that side of the map. These guys have gone way back into hiding and left me to fight their entire team by myself. I've been detected by the radar. No!
That's how it's done.
What do you mean get back? Get back where? I would never in a million years reach the back there. What would be the point of going back there into that smoke? You survive for an extra couple of seconds. Well done. To what end? You know they won't be expecting me to come round this corner like a fool. I wonder where their destroyer is. If I were him, I'd be lining up another volley on me. I just want this game to be over, really. We're not going to win. It's funny because we outnumber them, but it's just our team are just all over the place. Wait, why? Oh, that guy's behind there. I thought he was in front of me. Come at me, bro. Wait, what? Oh, come on. Couldn't get one shot off? I got killed by some... guy? I couldn't even think of a word to describe him. He's just so generic. Just a very generic man. Generic sunglasses, generic tattoos. Oh, that's a shame. I like the Sherborg, though. Yeah, I know, it's a shame, really. At least they're making the second series of Star Trek Academy. I enjoyed that show. I did. There was a time in the 2000s when I generally went into, like, remakes and retouchings of things I like and new shows based around old shows and things. I went in with the assumption that they would be bad because back then a lot of stuff was pretty poorly done. A lot of remakes back then were not good, and so I just assumed this would be another one of those. Sorry, let me rewind. When I heard that Doctor Who was coming back in 2005, I thought, oh, they're not gonna do it justice. It's not gonna be as good as the classics show. They're gonna make a mess of it. And it was really, really good in the end. It won me over. But I didn't watch the first series for some time. I was a big Doctor Who classic fan. And then I watched that, and it was really good. Christopher Eccleston was great, and then he was replaced by David Tennant, and I was like, oh, but Eccleston was really good. Like, come on, you this was a bit of a hard sell here, and you nailed it, and now suddenly, like, Chris is being replaced. And I know he left because the actor had issues with a lot of the other big name staff that were working on set. I think there was an incident. There was an infamous incident with a flaming sofa that was it was a special effects stunt kind of shot thing with a flaming sofa that fell off a truck. But they used a bunch of extras. Supposedly, this is just what I read, because I don't think it ever really came out in public truly what happened. But they supposedly used a bunch of extras running around the street, looking like, oh, the aliens are attacking or whatever, without any kind of training or telling them what was going to happen. And I don't know if anyone got injured, but it was reckless. It sounded that way. He wasn't happy with that kind of thing, and he left. David Tennant came in, and David Tennant quickly won me over. And I love David Tennant. He's amazing as the Doctor. But then David Tennant's run came to an end, and then I drank some tea. Hang on. Here come the bomber planes to ruin my day. I reckon they're coming for me, all right. Anyway, they're going after nothing. Yeah, David Tennant left, and Matt Smith replaced him. And I was like, oh, I don't know, this guy, like, he's really young. Like, I know Peter Davidson was really young, Matt Smith's really young, and he's very different to David. And I loved David Tennant and all that. And so I was dubious once again. But then Matt Smith blew it out of the park. I mean, he wasn't David Tennant, but he was his own Doctor who was amazing in his own way, and he was incredible in the role. And it helped that the writing was good, and the music was still great. I don't know if Jerry Goldsmith was still doing the music then, but it was still really good. And everything was solid, and there was some fantastic storylines. And some of my favorite ever episodes, Matt Smith episodes. And after that, and this is the point I'm getting to, after that, I decided, no matter what, I'm not going to judge a new thing based on the old thing's expectations. I'm not going to preemptively judge something as bad just because something previously was bad, or because the previous thing was so good. I don't want them to ruin it. And so since then, whenever new Doctors have come in, I've always, I guess, given them the benefit of the doubt and just taken them at face value to see, like, okay, what do you want to bring to the character and to the show, because it's always about rebirth and change and things. The point is, I've tried to stretch that across, holy shit, there goes that guy. I've tried to stretch that across to all other aspects of life. And other TV shows. And so when new Star Trek stuff comes out, for example, and it sounds a bit weird and it sounds a bit odd, oh wow, everyone's getting slaughtered, so I'll fire as soon as I'm not in front of this historic castle anymore. I try to give it the benefit of the doubt. And I say all of this because, of course, Academy got announced, and it's set in the same era as Discovery, and a lot of people dislike Discovery, and there's a lot of things I did not like about Discovery, certainly. But it had some good episodes, and by the end of Discovery, they were finally finding something of their feet. It did take forever to get there, and that first series was not good, and all the Klingon stuff was awful. I'm not going to excuse it. They made some bad choices. But there were things I liked about Discovery when it ended, and I was almost sad. I was almost like, look, you finally kind of hit something I'm enjoying in the very last series here. It's a shame you didn't get another series to explore this, but maybe I shouldn't be driving towards the enemy here. But yeah, so anyway, Academy, set in the same era, set in the same place. I really loved the concepts of the burn, and like all that future stuff was really cool. The idea that I mean, the thing that caused the burn was really dumb. You know what? I feel really naked here. I don't know. Like, these guys are also coming in to attack. I guess as long as these guys continue in, if I can get up behind this rock and just swing a left here, I'll be okay, maybe. Yeah, the concept of the burn was really cool. And the way it changed the future and the way, like, you finally saw the reunification of the Vulcans and the Romulans and stuff. And like Navarre and all that kind. There was a lot of really cool stuff, world building and things that I really did like. Let's see, this guy's moving. Let's try hitting him like that. Yeah, but you know. Anyway. Oh, it just started raining outside. Oh, I can hear it through my headphones, through the microphone. Hopefully you can't hear it. I'm not sure, but it's. I'm going to get torpedoed, aren't I? Look at this guy on my right. He's coming in for a good old torpedo run. I suppose I'll try to turn away. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to miss any of those. Let's hope they're crappy torpedoes, because they're all going to hit. Nah, they weren't too bad. Alright, come on, lads. Let's do a little repair whilst no one can see us. Anyway, I'm rambling a bit, sorry, and I'm ignoring chat for a moment just to get my thoughts out, because if I read chat, my brain will go somewhere else and I won't be able to finish my thought, and that will annoy you, I suspect. It annoys me, and I'm the one saying it. So, the point is, I went into Academy, even though it looks like the kind of thing I'm not the biggest fan of, because it's almost like they've turned it into an edgy young adult show and all that kind of stuff. And it's set in a school that kind of generally stays in the same place, and I was like, well, how could they do that? But then also people had similar thoughts with DS9, like, oh, it's set on a space station that never goes anywhere. How can that be good? And of course DS9 was. And I also remember that a lot of shows had a pretty poor first season. TNG Season 1 was famously kind of not good, and there were plenty of issues, not least of all Deanna Troy's neckline, that they eventually ironed out, and they figured out the characters and they sorted things out. So I'm always thinking about that. Oh man, I shouldn't have pulled out these cruisers. It's always the cruisers setting me on fire when it comes to being a battleship. That's what seems to slaughter me. Look at all these fires. So, you know, I watched it, and certainly some of the stuff I didn't enjoy. This guy's out of range. Some of it I wasn't a big fan of, and some of it I straight up thought was bad and poorly written and didn't make a lot of sense. I'm done for. But the bones of the show, I think, were pretty interesting. I liked the concept, and I would have liked to see them do more with it if they had enough time and enough runway to do some more storylines. I was disappointed, and spoilers for Season 1 of Star Trek Academy, light spoilers, I'm going to get torpedoed to death, aren't I? The thing is that the bad guy, in the end, in the last couple of episodes, his plan was basically to destroy the entire Federation, and he had the means to do it, right? And this is something that Discovery also did that I didn't like, where every big overarching story, and later, like Doctor Who was guilty of this as time went on as well. Every overarching story ended up being, the whole galaxy will be obliterated. We have to save everything. And like, can we just make the stakes a little smaller this time? At the start of the series, I thought that was really good, because at the start, the stakes were, you know, it's just like, oh, one kind of scummy smuggler terrorist guy is kind of has it out for this one kid and his family, and this one like Starfleet officer who sent him to prison years ago, and like that was cool. That was, you know, small and interesting, and like maybe he's going to do something bad to this school. But then in the end, this guy becomes like, somehow this guy gets his hands on a weapon that can destroy the entire Federation with a single click of a button. I'm like, that's not fun. That's not enjoyable. Those stakes are silly. Not everything has to be the world ending constantly, you know? So yeah, I had some issues with it. Don't get me started on the theme song. It didn't have one. I'll maintain that it didn't have one. It was just a bunch of orchestral stuff. Like, it was pleasant, but it wasn't good as a theme tune. We're kind of just surrounded and being picked off here. I can't hit the Anhalt. He's too far away. The Reichlau is about to get killed, which is good. Good job. Happy killed him in the Rochester. Anyway, their destroyer is definitely going to kill our battleship. Sorry, our aircraft carrier. He's back there. He is definitely back there. I'm just going to get slaughtered by something in a minute. You know what? I'm repairing. I have a little heal done. They can't see me, but they're going to pretty soon. I'm going to try and this will probably kill me, but I'm probably going to try and chase down that battleship down there. I don't really care about the aircraft carrier, but I want to assist this guy because it really is like a strength multiplier to have a second ship with you, even if he's a bit damaged as I am. Don't know where their cruiser is. He's over there, and he could easily just lay into me. He could easily continue to lay into me. He'll set me on fire and sink me before I even get a couple of shots off at that battleship. But whether I live or die, I want to come and help the Atlantico out, you know? Oh, there, he's over there. He could definitely shoot me, but he's more interested in hitting the aircraft carrier thing. Anyway, the point is, there were things I liked and things I didn't like. But overall, I thought it was interesting. I didn't hate the characters. This is the thing. Like, there's some like young adult shows that just don't do it for me, and they're just very silly and poorly written. And he's finally in range, and so on and so forth. But for the most part, the characters in this, for the most part, were surprisingly adult and mature and written like actual young people, because so often when people write you know, young adult media, they treat young people as if they're just utter fools when they're not. Like, they're intelligent, capable people. They're just young, that's all. And it's interesting to see them make mistakes and such, but not just be complete idiots. So yeah, so they were written relatively well. Like, I mean, think about it. Let's think about their characters in that show. Yeah, they had their little relationships and arguments, and there was one little bit of jockeying, like bullying in the first episode. But after that, everyone was generally pretty cool and just decent people and relatively mature, and so on and so forth. And it was nice to see, you know, Robert Picardo back as the Doctor, and it was lovely, lovely. Honestly, my favourite part, and I'm glad the whole show was made just for this, because it, silly me, I know, but it worried me, was when the burn happened, and I was thinking about Dax, and I was like, oh, is Dax dead? Because Dax is like the only person who could realistically still be alive, like so many hundreds of years into the future. And so the fact that we finally do see Dax show up in Academy, and I was like, great. Even if the show gets cancelled, Dax is alive. I'm happy. I love Dax. I love all the Daxes. Give me some Curzon Dax. Give me some Tobin Dax. Give me some Esri Dax. Give me some Jadzia. They did her dirty. And she left the show. The actress that played Jadzia, she left the show because I think, what was it? It was issues with being a woman, and was it not being paid like appropriately, or not being treated with the same kind of respect as the other cast by some of the people making the show. Anyway, what's her name? Is it Tony something or other? I'm bad with actor names, to be honest. Tony? Was it Tony something? Anyway, she left, and so they had to write her out. Okay, now I'm going to read chat. Anyway, the point is that I'm a little sad because Academy could have gone in interesting directions. Look at Discovery. It had a pretty poor start, and it had a pretty poor middle. But right near the end there, with the like time skip stuff and that new commander guy who became the first officer, I loved him. You know, the guy that played one of the Cylons in the new Battlestar Galactica. He was pretty cool. I liked his character. I kind of just wanted to see more of him, to be honest. Yeah, I just wanted to see more of him. And so they did some interesting stuff with the future stuff. And obviously TNG had a poor first series, but they knocked it out of the park in future stuff. And so I was willing to let this thing grow and blossom. And yeah, maybe it would have turned out terribly, but we could have at least seen if it would or not. But now we won't get the chance, sadly. And it's a shame. So many shows get cancelled almost immediately these days. Like, it used to be that maybe it was because it was harder to forecast ahead whether something would be successful or not. So the people deciding what shows get made and what shows get cancelled, it would take them longer, and so they'd give shows more of a chance, right? So you'd have a TV show that would go several seasons and it wouldn't be doing well, but they'd give it a bit more breathing room. I mean, unless you're Fox and a show like Firefly comes on and it's amazing, but you cancel it immediately because you're Fox. Oh, those guys. But nowadays, shows, it feels like some shows get cancelled before they even air, just based on how viral the ad campaign went and what people's initial thoughts of the adverts for the show that isn't even out yet are, which is a shame. Anyway, I'm going to read the chat like I said I would a moment ago and then didn't. Ooh, that was a good little dodge of those torpedoes. Wow, look at that. We lost on points in the end. On points? And not even, you know what, not even that far. Not even that far. Like 70 something points off. Let's see. The only good Star Trek, Sammy says, was TNG, DS9 and Voyager. You're forgetting Enterprise. That was a pretty good show. What other Star Trek has there been? It's mostly everything, right? Enterprise had some really boring stuff, but it had some really cool stuff. I loved, you know what? I love the sets. Like, they really did a good job making it feel like, and like the UI design on the computers and stuff, and even the uniforms. They tried to bridge that gap between modern day like technology and like spacey Star Trek. Like, if we had to build a ship that was halfway between something NASA might build and halfway between something you might get in Star Trek, what would it look like? They did a good job on that. I'm still going to need to get a win in this Colorado. This is my daily now. We're pulling it out again. Yeah, there was some really good stuff in Enterprise, and then some really very boring stuff. Certainly a lot of it was skippable. Yes. Overall, the show, but that was another show that wasn't that strong, and yet they kept it going for a while, and eventually it got pretty cool. The Time War stuff was an interesting concept. I liked that stuff. The stuff with the Vulcans in Enterprise and all their like finding logic and things was a bit weird. Because once you get to TOS, you kind of like assume like they've been living this way for a very long time. But it turns out that no, kind of Archer 80 years ago helped them see the light or whatever. That was a bit weird. But it was nice to spend a bit more time couched, like embedded in Vulcan culture. You don't get a lot of that. We don't spend much time on Vulcan with Vulcans doing Vulcan-y things, really. And it was nice to see the Andorians fucking, what's his name? What's his name? The guy that plays every character in Star Trek ever? Coombs? Jeffrey Coombs? He was great as, was it Shran? General Shran? Man, he was great. You know, if they had kept that show going, Shran was going to become like a main cast member. He was going to join the Enterprise, I think, was the idea they had for him. Yeah, man, Shran was great. So there were definitely plenty of episodes of Enterprise I would skip. I'm not saying it's all gold, but there was some stuff I really liked. Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, the Borg stuff in Enterprise, what were they thinking? No, just no. Actually, pretty good episode with the Borg and the ice cap. It was a pretty good horror-y kind of episode, but in terms of like something they should not have put in the lore, period, no. No, thank you. Alright, what am I doing? Making a mistake, probably. Driving straight at the enemy. Yeah, I've been spotted. Well, it's too late now. Okay. We got all my buddies on this side. I'm just going to drive straight at this island so that I make it harder for the enemy to hit me. And while I'm at it, I'll fire at the... What the hell's a Collingwood? Is that a new ship? I've never heard of the Collingwood before. First time I've ever seen the Collingwood. What the hell is that? What the hell's a Collingwood? Is that like a premium ship or something? What the hell's a Collingwood? Hey, I don't know every single ship in the world. I'm sorry, I will catch up on chat. I did see you mention that no one was really watching Academy. Yeah, that is a shame. And one does wonder about that these days with a lot of TV shows. Because, like, okay, it was a Paramount thing, right? And they have Paramount Plus. So when you say no one was watching it, like, was it on TV? And this isn't a defense of Academy or indeed any other show. But these days there are so many streaming services all competing for our money and our attention. Well, Collingwood, it was good to see you, if only for a short time, whatever the hell you are. Like, there are so many different streaming services and they're all making their own original content. You know what? I don't like that there's a destroyer right there. I didn't realize. I thought I had a colleague on my side. Ah, I did, and he's dead. He's just going to torpedo the crap out of me. I need to try and do a tight turn here and get the hell away. At least there's some torpedoes headed towards him. That might make him think twice. And our fleet is headed kind of in his direction. Look at the fleet on the way in here, but I'm the one that's going to get boned by this destroyer. Anyway, I'm just going to drive away from him for a moment. And, yeah. So one does wonder, like, how difficult it is for some shows when they're on a platform that a large number of people just do not watch, do not have access to. Unlike in the old days when, more so at least, if it was on such and such a channel, everyone had that channel. Everyone would watch it. It might be more difficult to get your show onto that channel. But, you know, whereas now, as you say, no one was watching it. How many people are watching Paramount Plus? There's my question. Is it even in the UK? That's a question. Because there was a time there where all of the Star Trek Paramount stuff was on Netflix or what's the Amazon one? Amazon Prime? Because they didn't even have their service available in the UK yet. Well, this guy really wants to hurt me. Look at him. I can't bring my guns around to hit him fast enough, sadly. I'm basically the sacrificial pig that everyone's just poking at here. Not to say that the Emoto isn't getting hit as well, but like... everything's going incredibly poorly for us. We're being torn up, not doing a lot of damage. We got destroyers way behind our lines, just firing so much into us. We have been pushed right back into our side of the map and haven't done anything to the enemy. And it's partly because I've been thinking about TV stuff and not focusing as much on the game. Let me read chat while I burn. Hello, Fall Guy. Yes, Enterprise was indeed pre-streaming. And, yeah. And I remember I saw the first episode of Enterprise. I had to wait for it to come to VHS so we could rent it and watch it. Because we only had terrestrial TV back then. And you would not get any new shows on regular terrestrial. You had to have Sky, which is satellite TV for those not in the UK. And it was our version of, like, you know, Americans have cable. Man, I'm just getting obliterated by everything here. Or is it just one dude laying into me all the time? I can't tell, but whoever it is. The New Mexico. How are you firing at me over the hill? Like, I can't hit you. If I fire my gun, I'll just hit the hill. But somehow he can hit me. You know? I don't get it. Wait, how did my shots go over the hill? I aimed at the hill. That's a bit weird. What? How's that work? I shot at the hill. Could I actually hit this guy by firing at a mountain? I've never tried that before. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Holy crap! They went over the hill! Well, that's new. I'm intrigued. Is that how he's hitting me? How can he hit me if he can't even... No, he can see me, but I can't see him. Interesting. That's something to experiment with at some point, then. Anywho, yeah... You know what? Another example of something... I was just about to avoid that torpedo. Another example of something that, like, a show brought in and didn't do enough with. Enterprise with Hoshi, the communications officer. Because the whole idea was we don't really have a universal translator yet, and the one we do have doesn't work very well, because we've not really gone into space very much and, you know... explored strange new worlds yet. So we need a person who's really, really good at figuring out languages on the fly. So we bring this amazing linguist on board, Hoshi Sato, and they do the stuff at the start where she's kind of struggling to understand what the Klingon guy's saying, and there's a bit of back and forth, and it's fun. It's interesting, it's different, and then they barely ever touch that concept ever again, and they never really have trouble talking with people. I mean, they do here and there, But she was not really able to shine as much as that concept could have been used. It was used here and there occasionally. There was that one episode where those aliens were super offended, right? It was First Contact, and they came on board, and they were really offended. They were like being given a tour of the ship, and suddenly they got super offended and stormed off, and everyone's like, what the fuck just happened? And Hoshi's like, shit, I don't know, because I don't understand what they're saying. And it turned out they were really offended when they were brought into the mess hall, because the idea of eating food in public to them is as taboo to us as having sex in public, right? So imagine if a human dignitary was brought into a room full of aliens boning, they would be very offended. And it was the same thing, but it was just us eating. It was a cool little bit. I liked that. I liked all the little First Contacty things and all the little chuckly things and all the them being like, phasers? Never heard of them. What's a phaser? What's a Romul? That fucking, that Texan guy pronouncing Romulan wrong. What's a Romulan? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. I'm sorry. I'm not reading enough of the chat. I'm just kind of talking to myself here, aren't I? Let me scroll up and read it a little bit here. Oh yeah, Fall Guy's way into Star Trek. That's why he always wears the uniforms on all his streams. I need to start running FFWF because I'm constantly on fire. Yeah, I do always seem, if it's not a destroyer setting me on fire, it's a cruiser. Because that seems to be, is that the meta? I don't know. It's a good idea. If you're a smaller ship and you want to hurt a battleship, it seems like setting them on fire and having that damage over time is the best way of doing it. Especially when you can probably set them on fire and then go and hide for a bit, so that when they're trying to seek you out, they can't hit you, and then you pop out again and set them on fire again. But I can't just run some kind of fire safety loadout for every single ship, But it might be a good idea for some of them. You're not wrong. Okay, we're not bringing the Colorado out again. Let's just have some fun with the Kamikaze for 5 minutes. Let's just have a good time. Then maybe I'll bring the Farragut out after that. Star Wars does have Indiana Jones in it. Yes. Yeah. I think was it Harrison Ford that said he was sick of the Indiana Jones theme tune, because it follows him around in life. Can you imagine being followed around by a theme tune all your life? Because every time anyone manages to get Harrison Ford to appear at their event or something, they always play a few seconds of the Indiana Jones music, just to remind everyone what he's from or whatever. He must be sick. He is sick of it. He likes money, though. He came back for those Star Wars films because he likes money. And who doesn't? Hang on. The Hairy Man. The Hairy Man? The Hairy Man. There were some hairy men in Star Wars. Yeah, the Hairy Man. Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. They're making a new Spaceballs film, by the way. They are. Will it be good? Who could say? The main character, the guy that was the president in Independence Day? It's his son who's, I think, going to be the main character in this. So I don't know. It all kind of leans on, is that guy going to be good? Or is he going to be like Clint Eastwood's son, who looks and sounds like Clint Eastwood, but just doesn't have the same chops, What was that guy called? Something Eastwood, obviously. What's his name?
Let's take him down.
I think he does a lot of male modeling and commercials, because he's a good looking guy. He's got Clint Eastwood's genes, Yeah, no John Candy, sadly. Don't worry, we can use AI to resurrect John Candy. It's going to be great. No, it seems like the people running this project have at least half a brain. And it might maybe possibly be good. Because here's another example, again, as we were saying earlier, of not judging something before we see it and not having preconceptions. When I saw that new Naked Gun film, I love Naked Gun. I love the guys in it. I love the writing. I love the everything. And so when I heard, yeah, we're making a new Naked Gun, I was like, oh no. It's going to be awful. It's going to ruin everything. And actually, no, it was pretty good. Was it as good as the original Naked Gun films? No, it was not. It was not as good. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It did not shit all over its memory. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I really did. And so I'm hoping the new Spaceballs will be like this. I don't expect it to be as good as the original, But I'm just hoping it's fun and enjoyable in its own way. I just really hope it's like that new Naked Gun film. That was a good film. Ah, yeah, fucking OJ. They make the OJ gag. They certainly reference. Oh, here I am not paying attention. There is a destroyer there that could almost spotted me if I had kept turning. I'm hunting this Texas right now. He's just still a little bit out of my range. I'm trying to wiggle down the middle. There's a destroyer to the left and there's a cruiser, well, actually ahead of me. And I'm trying to get close enough to torpedo someone. This guy is still out of range. But if I can just get enough range here, I don't think I'll hit him really, but if I can just, is it 8.2? 8.1 is my torpedo range. If I can just, see the thing is I'm driving towards all these cruisers and I need to turn away before I hit them, before they spot me. If I can just get a little bit closer, just a little, no, I made a mistake. I'm going to have to try and hit some of these cruisers instead.
Let's rain fire on that enemy warship.
I'm never going to hit them. They just got that touch too close. And I would have been spotted by them and then bad things might have happened, so... Where's the Nuremberg going? He's just got out of range, has he? Alright, okay, well there's a cruiser up here. Who appears to be swinging around this way real hard. Let's assume he might slow down and turn hard on the corner, if he even survives long enough. Oh, they crashed into each other.
Well done, friend.
Good job, lads. Good job. Alright, what's the chat saying? Sammy says, I like watching missing people cases. Wait, hang on. What's this about UFOs? Is there going to be a new UFO? Like, actual UFO? Or do you mean a show about UFOs? Or do you mean a remake of the hit British classic UFO, which was about aliens rocking up and then we had to shoot them down every week? That show had some cool, like, 70s modern tech stuff, like what might modern cars look like in the far-flung future of the year 2000. Alright, this guy may turn in any direction. Who could say? Let's just slam some torpedoes towards him. Our team, if you look at the map, have been heavily pushed to one corner. The top right corner, pretty much. Now, you don't want to torpedo me, do you, lads? No, he's coming down for this Queen Mary. Problem is, the enemy do know I'm here now, because they'll have seen me on the minimap, depending on how much attention they're paying to it. We still have an enemy destroyer down here, the Gaid, with almost no health, but he's still a threat. I'm not going to hit that Texas, but I'm probably concerning him. Now, I could try to take Alpha here. I don't normally, but I could. I could swing just to the right of this, and it would be a relatively safe spot to just park in it. Are they all chasing this guy? If I read chat, I'd know. I'm too busy playing video games. I loved UFO, though. UFO was good. You know what I did love? Fucking Space 1999. I think they're bringing out some, like, new scans of Space 1999. Some really nice, like, Blu-ray. This is a new Blu-ray set or something. Alright, I don't know how well this is going to go. I want to be ready to leave. So I'm just going to do this. And be ready to go. Alright, so that's the Nuremberg.
Let's rain fire on that enemy warship.
Let's just be ready for someone potentially coming around this corner. I'm not saying anyone will. I just want to be ready if they do. I'm half expecting the enemy destroyer to come up behind me, but he could be anywhere. He could be on the other side of the map by now. We just don't know. This cruiser's coming around. He won't be able to spot me though. Alright. Sammy will be proud. Look at me capturing a point and everything. In a kamikaze, no less. Alright. My work here is done. Good day, sirs. Let's go sink some ships. Aha! A battleship just showed up. I was close. I almost hit him. I don't know. I'm going to swing around. Assuming no one else is here to kill me, I should be able to get another volley into him pretty soon. Let's just remind the team that I'm over here kind of on my own at this point. There aren't many of us left, I suppose. We do keep sinking. It's going to be hard to hit this guy, frankly. It is going to be tough. This is a reasonably good angle to hit him at, but is he turning? What's he doing? No, he's coming straight towards me. Come on, torpedoes. Less good angle now. He's moving reasonably slowly. I don't know. Like, you send a volley like that and you might get lucky and hit once. Well, look, I captured A. I never promised I'd hold A. Hey, Fall Guy, did you know that Sammy said I'm the best at this game ever? I'm pretty sure those were his words. See what I mean? Like, I didn't hit him in the end, but I almost got one. Almost. Crap. I am not gonna get screwed by this destroyer. It's funny, as soon as oh, look at that. He spotted me, I spotted him. He started turning away from me at the same time as I turned away from him. I turned on my boost, but now they all know exactly where I am. God, the Texas is on the ball. And of course he is. The Texas is on the ball because I've been annoying him this whole time. I don't see a world in which I'm going to hit this guy, really. I'm certainly not going to sink him. Oh, no. Nope, not with the way this game's going. This is going to be one of those games where I'm just running away from the enemy to run down the clock, and then they'll eventually sink me because there's 6 minutes left and there's no way I can run for that long. I could go after their aircraft carrier, but what's the point? Ah, see, I missed. I mean, yeah, I see their aircraft carrier, and I am headed that way. Yeah, all my torpedoes missed. I'm in a better position to hit him now, but this doesn't mean much. Alright. Let's just go after their aircraft carrier. Screw it. Who cares? They're sending their bomber planes up north. Yeah. We can relax for a moment. I don't think I'm going to reach this guy. He's moving. The Ark Royal is supposed to be sunk at port, mate. Oh, he's maneuvering. He's not just moving, he's maneuvering. So I found out the other day, someone told me that you can go into, like, the mini-map if you are, like, the map, like this thing, right? If you're the aircraft carrier, and you can press a button, and it will allow you to tell your ship to automatically drive somewhere on the map whilst you're flying your planes. I had no idea.
Hurry if we want to win. No more boosts. We're taking it slow from here.
He just isn't fighting back. His actual torpedo bombers are far to the north. And he's just not interested in fighting, I guess. Interesting. Alright, well I can't steer, but that shouldn't be a problem for now. Alright. It might be a problem in a moment. Are these bombers going to come and try and get me? No, they're not. Alright. Oh, go on then. I'll capture this point while I'm here. Screw it. There's just one friendly battleship left on the other side of the map.
We're sailing smooth now.
I might as well. Normally, I would just maybe go after the enemy. I could probably sink the Texas. Maybe. The fact that they still have a destroyer out there. Well, look, I could capture C, right? I could do that, but then they'd know exactly where I am and they could zero in on me. I just want this game to run on as long as possible at this point, so I'm just going to run away. Just going to run away. So now we can have a chat. Let's just sit down on the old bridge-a-rooney here and just have a little chat. How's it going, fellas? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs. They are miles from me, exactly. And they'll never catch up, Sammy. They'll never catch up. Yes, they are. Well, 2 of them are. We don't know where their destroyer is. He may have seen the danger and rushed down here to kill me. There's no way in hell I could win, so I might as well make it more difficult for them. Oh, that's a good cup of tea. Oh, the Admiral's here. Looks like he'll be joining us. Ah, delicious. What happened to that Gade up there? I wonder if he did chase me down. At least we get the opportunity to have a little look at the... if you look on the right-hand side of the screen here, you'll see the uncovered wheel. Imagine being up in the wheelhouse here, in the elements. You know, I mean, okay, there's a roof, there's a tarp, but you're outside. You're driving this thing in all weather, outside. I know this is not a very satisfying way to end the match, but I'm not going to win this one, sadly. I could go out fighting, I could capture C, you know, but to what end? To what end, sadly? We should get some excitement in a few minutes with the Admiral joining us. Tony Soprano. I never did watch, what would you call it? Gangster stuff. I was never into that. Except the hit video game Gangsters. Which was... Gangsters was a pretty cool game. It was on PC. And early 2000s. It won't run on a modern computer. Because it wouldn't even run on like Windows 7. You had to run it on XP. And it was this top-down... It was a map thing. Top-down where you would be like a gangster. And you would be running a part of a city. And there'd be other like mafiosos running their own stuff, and you would run speakeasies and brothels, and you'd shake down local business people and, you know, control different blocks. It was all square, like, you know, like American cities, how many of them are like square, like grids. We got all square grids, and you could send out your guys to go do hits and things. It was it was very managementy. It was very managementy. I really enjoyed that game. But for some reason, just every other gangster thing doesn't do it for me. Don't know why. How'd we do? I came second to the top. Our aircraft carrier. I know, sorry, you can't see that. Let me turn this off for a minute. Where's the thing? Minimap. Our aircraft carrier came top. Good for him. Good for him. I like the new colourful banners. It does help differentiate people a little bit when you're scrolling through. I like it. I like it. Look, I've been going on and on about my opinions for the past hour. Sammy, tell me, how are you? Where do you stand on adding sliced onions to cheese on toast? Where are we? Like, I'm talking like pickled onions, like sliced pickled onions. Where are we on that? Let me remember how to add people. Invite players to division. There we go. What the? Well done, computer. You did it again. Create division. Invite to division. There we go. That should work. You've never tried it? Oh, well. Have you tried cheese on toast in general? You know, just like, you know, make some toast under the grill, put some sliced like cheddar on there, and then put it back under the grill. It melts. Usually, the standard 2 things I think people add are either like sliced tomatoes, okay, a card, or sliced pickled onions, maybe. And of course, people put Worcestershire sauce on there. I wonder what else people put on. I've not had cheese on toast in ages. Another card. Lovely. I'm so excited by that. Alright, I did say I'd bring out my Farragut, didn't I? Didn't I say that? Oh, I'm not even leveling it up anymore. You know what? I've got the Mahan now. The Maha. I did put the same camo on it as the Farragut, though. But yes. I don't really know any... I took this ship out once. I don't know anything about it yet. Ooh. Cheese toasties with sriracha. Oh, hell yeah. Man, there's a whole sriracha conversation. How deep are you guys on the current sriracha lore? Sriracha is that, you know, the rooster sauce, the red chili sauce that comes out of California or something these days. From some like Asian immigrants went there. They didn't. There wasn't a sauce available when they emigrated to California that was like what they liked from back home. So they kind of produced their own, and it became very famous. Sriracha's great. You should get some. But the thing is, right? Sriracha. Okay, so there's a lot of lore around this. Let me try and wrap it up within like 2 minutes. So when you go to the shops, you will see bottles that all kind of look the same. They're see-through, you can see the red sauce inside, green tops, and it will have white print on it, and it will have some kind of animal. And I think the original brand has a rooster, I think, but other brands, because they never really copyrighted the look or whatever, I mean, it's really just a chili sauce. You can make it at home, but it's all about the chilies and stuff. So, there are different brands, different off-brands that have different animals on them. But the interesting thing is, these guys basically made the best sriracha, and they were world famous. And they got it all from this one, like, pepper farm. They were sourcing their chili peppers from one, like, family-run business to another family-run business, right? And they had, like, mostly a verbal agreement over the years. And it was going really, really well for both of them. But then some new guy took over the business and decided to really screw over the chili farmers and went with a cheaper company somewhere else or something, or insisted. You'll have to look into it to get all the details, but basically screwed these guys over. I don't know if he was saying, hey, I'm going to pay you less, you have to sell them to me for less, because who else are you going to sell all your chilies to, you know? Or what happened there. But basically they screwed over their business partners. And what happened was the chili company was like, no, all right, screw you then. We'll sell our chilies to someone else. You can't buy them anymore. So now the original brand has to buy these subpar chilies from elsewhere. And it's not as good, and no one likes them because they're dicks. So now there's like good off-brand versions that are better than the original. And even this year, their new suppliers haven't been able to provide them with enough red chilies. So when you look at the original like Rooster Sriracha, a lot of the bottles are full of green chili sauce right now because they just don't have the supply that they want. It's just a good example of business people who have a really good thing going and just want to make a little bit more money, and so they screw over business partners and it doesn't work out for them. You know what I mean? Anyway, the point is, sriracha's really good. You put a little bit over, like it's not too hot either. Like it's hot, but it's not hot. It's not like a Tabasco or anything. You put a little bit over some like fried eggs. Very delicious. Oh yeah, interesting. Change to traverse. Maybe I should. I don't remember what I put on this boat. I remember when I was kitting it out, I think, was it Fall Guy that suggested it should be a torpedo boat? And I think I kitted it out like a gunboat because I just assumed it would be like the previous one and you would want it to be a gunboat. But then I think Fall Guy told me it was a torpedo boat. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, we got the Admiral in here with us. He's in the Weser? Is that how you pronounce that? The Tier 5 German aircraft carrier. Let's see how that goes. I don't think I'm going to survive as long as him. Let's go towards B. That'll be fun. What I remember from the very first time I took this out, and I could be wrong here, but at least at the moment it doesn't feel maneuverable. It feels a little sluggish. It feels a little sluggish on the rudder, you know? It just feels a touch, like it's not bad. It gets up to speed relatively quickly, and it can do a good clip, but in terms of maneuverability, it feels a little sluggish. But it does have a fuckload of guns and stuff, so, you know, you put a bunch of heavy things on a ship, it's going to get sluggish, I guess. What is my torpedo range? 5.5. This is definitely intriguing. Intriguing. Yeah, so they're going to see me before I'm able to fire on them unless they're already headed my way. Which is why I thought maybe this would be more of a gunboat. Because it's got a bunch of guns and the torpedoes seem a bit shit, but who knows. Fubuki's got a good rudder. Okay, I'm intrigued. I certainly, whenever I don't know if I have the Fubuki, but whenever I see it, it does look like it's being handled like a good ship, you know? It looks like, it looks pretty good. I'm going to get behind this rock and try and capture B. That's what I'm going to do. The Higua's really going for it. I mean, I don't know. Good luck to you, Higua. I mean, it's a fine ship. I wouldn't mind having a Higua myself. Oh, she is crying off a little bit. Good. I was worried that she was just going to plow straight through, you know what I mean? There is a destroyer coming in, though. She's going to see me in a sec. Skane. You know it means business when it's got the Stargate logo going on. Can I fire on her yet? I want to really make sure I'm able to hit her. Alright, let's just do a little volley here. Kind of in the direction she's moving in. Come on, die, Skane. Thank you. Good. Alright, we can move on. I don't want to be too far out in the open here. Just like Sammy said, I'm the best player. Definitely said player and not streamer. Look, I'd love to dodge whatever these torpedoes are, but I also don't want to get in this guy's way. So I'm giving it a wide berth. I think we'll be okay, right? This cruiser has it in for us. Yeah, alright, we're good. Alright, what are we doing here? I guess we're gonna... You know what? Let's slow down. Let these torpedoes pass. Use this room. Maybe put the fire out now that the enemy can't see us. Use this room to turn. What's a turning circle like? It's a little... Come on, can we... I want to, like, deploy a grappling hook onto that island so I can turn harder. That'd be nice. God, I'm going to have to do a 3-point turn here. This thing doesn't turn. Okay, she doesn't really turn. We're learning things about this ship as we go. She doesn't really turn. And that's fine. It's not a bad thing. It's just something you have to know going in. And you plan ahead. And you look at things and say, okay, she can't make that turn. Let's do X, Y, or Z instead. Like I probably would have gone around the back of the island. And I'd already be steaming along in this direction now. But I thought maybe she could take a tight turn. Yeah, no, those torpedoes seem alright. It's just the range. I have to get within visual range of the enemy in order to fire them. So it's not that they're bad. It's just I have to get so close that I'm already like in a gun battle with them for my life by the time I can fire them. Unless they're coming towards me, you know, and then it tightens the range down. Right, how is the Admiral doing? She's being covered by 2 battleships. Although, you know what? We already have a destroyer over here. There's no destroyer screening over there. Just a bunch of battleships. And I don't see their destroyer. So I'm going to head over there. Let me turn on the engine burn, kick in the burn, try and get over to assist. If nothing else, I can do a bit of screening. Let's turn the guns. 5.5 kilometer range on the torpedoes. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you have like you have her all leveled up with a fancy commander and stuff, it can be improved. But for me, on this ship, it's 5.5. At the moment, I'm sure I'll improve it. Alright, looks like we have the enemy destroyer in Alpha, which is why I'm kind of heading in this direction, because it is a target-rich environment up here for a destroyer. Look at all these battleships, and no screening, and no protection, and no nothing. And she's left Alpha, which suggests to me, I don't know, that she's headed towards these guys? Is she on my side of Alpha, or on the other side of Alpha? Guess we'll find out shortly. I'm trying to head up to cut her off. I mean, that's... yeah, she was in Alpha. You know what? She might actually have gone backwards. Yeah, she did. She's gone back. I really didn't think she'd turn away from the fight, but for some reason she has.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Right. I'm in an interesting position here. I don't just want to fire my guns because there's 4 battleships and a destroyer down there that would all be able to shoot at me. Torpedoes, though. if they're headed my way, like the Higua is, so I could potentially get in front of her and fire some torpedoes at her. And what other ship is headed my way? What is this guy? The Tennessee? Nah, he must be... no, that's not the Tennessee. This guy. Yeah, 7.5. They turning away? They crying off? What are they doing? Oh, I'm getting a little too close to this guy. He's reversing, which is helping me. Ah, the Higua's turning away as well. Drat. If I were in a kamikaze, this guy would almost be in range. The fact that they're reversing away from me means it's going to be impossible for me to torpedo them. What should I do in this situation? You guys know, like, should I just start firing my guns? I feel like the bajillion battleships and destroyer are going to slaughter me if I do that. Should I lay smoke as protection for these guys so that these guys don't get hit? Like, what should I do to be a better destroyer player in this situation? Because I'm just not sure. I know I should feckin' turn around a little bit here because, Jesus, this guy can see me. Yeah. Not ideal. While I was thinking, the Normandy decided to stop reversing and instead turn towards me. I don't think I'm going to hit him. He's turning hard to starboard there, and I was expecting him to turn a bit more in this direction, so I think those are all going to miss. Smoke and farm. Farm what exactly? What does farming mean? Oh, he's dead. Good. I can certainly lay smoke to assist my colleagues here, and maybe, let's see, in terms of angles, they also have laid smoke. Don't do what? Don't do that. What are we looking at? The Higua's out there. I think I just spotted her. Smoke for the team. Yeah. I'm trying to look at the angles here for like where they are and where the enemy are. I'm going to need to turn right, I think, to lay smoke here. And then do a hard right and hope that it comes out for 20 seconds. Hopefully that'll be long enough to do something useful. I mean, the vast majority of these guys are now behind the smoke, which should be helpful. Hello, Colorado. You're speeding up as well. Let's really fire over there. And if nothing else, I'll make him change course and think twice about what he's getting up to. Alright, there you go. I laid some smoke. I never do this. I mean, I do occasionally. I do occasionally try to help out guys with smoke. It's just normally I'm playing stealthily, and the smoke tells the enemy, oh, there's a destroyer there. I can't see him, but he's laying smoke, so I have a good idea where he is. So normally I wouldn't bother. Normally I save smoke for myself so I can run away if necessary. I'm really tempted to fire my guns at these guys. Should I? Should I fire my guns? Should I fire my guns? Ah. Well, you gotta be clearer. What I heard was smoke for the team. So I smoked for the team. And you know what? It probably worked. There's a New Mexico back there that was on the edge of death, and now no one's shooting at him, so I assume it went well for him. This guy got a little too close and spotted me, I guess. Wait, hang on. This fucking Ryujo is driving towards me. Oh, thank God he got blown up. No wonder I got spotted. He was driving towards me. You know, something tells me we've won this one. I don't know. My only worry about firing my guns is that the enemy might decide to kill the pathetic little destroyer. That's me, I'm the pathetic little destroyer. Well, that sounded a bit kinky. Oh, I'm the pathetic little destroyer. Don't take that out of context. Every time I open fire as a destroyer, the enemy immediately looks at me and I get slaughtered. Hey, the Admiral's doing alright. Check the Admiral out up there. Capturing B. Well, hanging out in B, I guess. It's a good game. I'm going to see how the Admiral did at the end. I wasn't paying a lot of attention. By the way, as an update to yesterday's Vintage Story stream, don't worry, you can use the word hoe in chat now. It won't be censored as misogynistic hate speech anymore. Oh, Admiral, down there at the bottom. No, I don't. Look at that. You've got very close in terms of points to the next guy. It's fine. You know what? I survived to the end. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I mean, I'm almost tempted to bring the same ship out again. I just don't want to bore people, you know? You were talking about the Fabu. You know what, actually, let me just take a quick look at this ship, because I've got you guys. You can perhaps tell me what to put on it. So what have I put on it? Right now I've got better dispersion on the guns, because I was thinking I'd be using the guns a lot. But you were thinking traverse? Maybe traverse. Well, Sammy, as you say, it's never boring with a Mahan. Anything, no matter how good it is. You mean sell? That's interesting. Sell? Could I reinstall it later for no installation cost because I already own it? Huh, intriguing. Anyway, you can have too much of a good thing. Even if it's your favorite food, you know. Don't use dubs. Oh, the red... I always just call it gold. Well, I don't see a way of swapping it out without using them. If I wanted to swap over to this thing instead, it wants me to pay money. So the only alternative is to never swap it out. I don't really mind. It's not like I ever buy the gold with real money or anything. The game just occasionally gives me it. A rudder shift. Yeah, I think I need that, given that the rudder isn't too great. What could I get in here? Could I get something to improve the rudder if I... Let's see. Yeah, a little bit of improved rudder shift time. That could be pretty good. How much XP? 20? Yeah, sure. Let me just boost it to here. Just to make my life a bit easier. Improve the rudder. That'll make me a bit happier. Now, what about this commander guy? I don't know who the appropriate commander should be for one of these things. I don't really take the American destroyers out. In fact, it looks like it's just... I've just got this guy. Where is he? William Halsey. Halsey, weren't you busy making Spartans? Oh, she's aged, hasn't she? She's not the same woman. All right, torpedo speed, detectability, that's okay. Reload time, that's good for torpedoes. Smoke screen, that seems good. Okay, I'm really reasonably happy with this anyway. Less detectability. Oh, Sammy. Let's see. Click the top option. Halsey as Gleaves. Halsey as Gleaves? What does that mean? Is Gleaves a person? Is Halsey pretending to be Gleaves? Is Gleaves another one of these people in here somewhere? What does... Alright, Halsey as Gleaves. What does that mean? Finkel as Einhorn? Einhorn is Finkel? Let's compare what I've put on here to what Sammy thinks I should use. 2131. I'm going to press the wrong button. So Sammy thinks I should be using this one, which makes the rudder worse, but improves my ability to spot torpedoes and reload the guns. So this would be good if I were taking it out as a gunship. Why would you not want slightly faster torpedoes? Why improve the reload time on the guns versus faster torpedoes? You think it's a good idea? It does... I could try it out. I'll try it out. And then you suggest 1, and then you suggest 3. What's 3 on here? Oh, but again, that would be making it more like a gunboat. And when I originally set this up as a gunboat, I'm sure you weren't here and Fall Guy was. And Fall Guy was like, no, the Mahan is a torpedo boat, not a gunboat. Which is why I think I set it up to be torpedo stuff. Okay, BFGP. We got 2 votes for gunboat. Build it into guns. All right. Okay, so what do we got then? In that case, I should use this, right? It's interesting. Sammy says 1 for this one, but this would be the one that would improve the damage on the weapons at the price of making it more detectable, I suppose. 2131. So 2, 1, 3, and then 1. Okay, so it was really only that one little change. Why not give up a slight bit of detectability for 8% more damage on the guns? That seems good, right? It does ruin my concealment, yes, this is true, but I'm not going to be concealed if I'm firing my guns anyway. As soon as I fire my guns, every man and his dog will know where I am. Yes, I could get closer, it's true, but not that much closer. 3% closer. 4%. You know. But okay, okay. Yeah. Should we try it again? Let's try it again. You know, the Admiral's being extremely patient here waiting for me. I appreciate that. Okay, we'll try it again. Don't forget to drink your tea. Oh. You know, we had lovely weather here yesterday and the day before. It was like 20-something degrees. It was sunny. It was warm. It was nice. You know, when it's been a sunny day and then the sun sets and now it's kind of cooled off but in a pleasant way, and the air, it has this kind of electricity to it. It gives you energy. And there's like evening after post-sunset sunny day air. Because when I was going to bed last night, one of the last things I did was I closed one of the upstairs windows and I smelled that air coming in, and it was like a drug that gave me energy and tried to wake my body up. It made me want to just stay awake and frolic in the meadows. I don't know. Does anyone know what that means? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, does anyone relate to what I'm saying about the air? Sit in the smoke and fire away. BFGP. That is exactly what destroyers do to me, and I never know how to counter it. So why don't I try doing that? Why don't I give that a go? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. All right. Let's try and capture A. I'm dubious about my ability to do so, but let's wish people good luck.
And fair seas.
What did the Admiral bring out? The Mackinson this time. Alright, they have 2 good destroyers. And some... yeah, they got some good stuff. Alright. Ooh, I've not used my horn in ages. Honk honk. It's been a long road. Getting from there to here.
Enemy force detected.
Those are some trees. I wonder if they'll do any like graphical updates for the PC version. I'd be perfectly happy if they didn't. Oh, those are some real interesting trees. I wonder where we are in the world to see trees like that. Alright, we got the enemy bomber planes headed this way, which means they're going to know I'm here pretty soon. Turn off my anti-air just to make it a bit more tricky. Oh, I said negative by accident. But yeah, they're definitely going to see me in a moment. They're flying over the hill. There they are. They're not coming for me, but it means the enemy's going to know exactly where I am, which is a pity. But hey-ho. Hey-ho, as they say. Does anyone say that? It was indeed. Now, let's get in here on the edge. Slow down. The New Mexico is headed this way. You know what? I'm a bit worried about slowing down with those bombers behind me. They might get the idea that I've stopped and they should bomb me instead of the other guy. I'm not sure if they're going to, but I will continue to maneuver. Because they are above me now, which I don't like. Okay, we're good. Alright. 2 of their destroyers are up north, which means for the moment, all we have to do is deal with their aircraft carrier and a bunch of battleships and 1 cruiser. I'm happy with that. Ish. Right, let's do a big circle. Let's spin around.
Let's give them a hard time. Roger.
Oh, I forgot. That's the Admiral. He's behind me. Look, he's there. Right. So, sit in smoke and shoot at the enemy. Got it. I'm gonna spin around. I'm gonna start going in that direction again. Oh, I wasn't going at full speed. And then I'm going to pop out from behind this island on the other side, and I will lay some smoke. That's the direction our battleships are going in anyway, so if they choose to stop in the smoke, that can be useful for these guys as well. But I will lay some smoke, and then I will try to shoot at the enemy, because at that point, unless they're all behind this frickin' island, I should have a good number of battleships to fire on. And we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll be sunk immediately. Who could say? Yeah, 1 of their battleships is parked behind the island, but the rest of them are coming this way. There's the Exeter. Cap B and farm from there. Yeah, I could. It would take me a while to get up there, and they do have a destroyer. They do have 2 destroyers up there, so then I'd have to just deal with that. The thing is, my buddy is down here and he's alone now. Besides me, it's just me and him. So I would not leave him alone. All right, at what point am I going to need to lay smoke here? Probably any second now.
Smoke generator started.
Hello, Exeter. Oh, well they can see me anyway. Not really much point of smoke, is there? Yep, that was a bit pointless.
Smoke screen set.
Indeed he is, but there's nothing we can do at this point. We have 3 battleships and a cruiser and a destroyer on us. And they can detect me with the magic of radio. And I'm trapped in a corner, so yeah, that's it for me. I don't see a way out of this. That cruiser decided to cry off. He did not want to come this way, and I can't hide in the smoke and shoot at them because they can detect me. I just have to wait for their little radar thing to run out. And yeah, the Mackinson's trying to escape. The Admiral's trying to get away. I don't know what this guy's firing on. Is he out of my range? He's out of my range. Yeah, no one to shoot, nowhere to go. Oh, that's a pity. This could have been fun, you know, sitting in the smoke and shooting at them, had they not had the 1 counter to smoke. I'm going to go and follow... I think we're going to die, but I am going to go and follow the Mackinson up out of here. It's a shame.
Activated.
It's a shame, but that's the way it goes. You win some and you lose the rest. Let's just fire a volley of torpedoes off this way. And hit nothing, I'm sure, but screw it, let's do it anyway. Alright, how's he doing? He's actually doing surprisingly well, all things considered. This battleship is getting surprisingly close to this side of the island. I don't know why he's doing that. I could theoretically... Who can see me? Oh, there's a battleship. There's a Farragut behind me. Do I have any guns on target? No. No, I decided to swing back around because there's a battleship right here, which is crazy. I don't know why he decided... He cried off just now because I fired some torpedoes randomly. I'm going to die around this corner, but maybe if I'm lucky I'll take 1 guy with me. Maybe. And maybe it'll be the Exeter. Depends how hard he can hit me on his first volley here. Nah, where did those come out of my arse? Where did those torpedoes come from? Ah, they must come out of the back of the ship, not the front. That was weird. Ah, I thought I was going to hit him. Oh well. Alright, how do I get to another ship? I really... You know what, it would be nice in this game if I could pick who I want to watch. Because nope, don't want to watch any of these people. I want to watch this guy. Alright, and back to the old chat. Yeah, I'll pull the Fubuki out. I'll give it a go. I will eventually have to level this ship up. But I'll try the Fubuki out. Oh. So what does the Fubuki excel in? Guns, torpedoes, ray guns, lasers, chemical warfare, biological warfare? Ooh. Imagine a shell that you fire at an enemy ship and it releases like a toxic gas inside the ship. Someone must have come up with that idea during the war, right? Someone in some think tank somewhere was like, what if we do that? What if we can load mustard gas into a shell and have it release into the ship? Interesting. Yes, Raven, you win some and lose some all. When it comes to the Yamato, by the way, I'm slowly edging towards unlocking it. Today, I got to the point in the... what's the name? What do they call it? What's it called with the tree of unlocks? Oh, it's called the something or other. The research thing. Whatever it's called, I got to the point where they launched the whole to some fanfare. No, not the skill tree. The thing where you it's the words on the tip of my brain. The thing where you slowly but surely get through the different segments to eventually unlock something at the end. In this case, it's the Yamato. What's that called? The Bureau. There you go. Thank you, Sammy. It went out of my head for a second. Yeah, I got to the next segment of Yamato's Bureau. I'm getting reasonably close now. Reasonably close. No one has a bureau anymore, do they? Right? Like a little writing desk in their bedroom. Anyone have a bureau? I still have a bureau. I don't use it for writing on, of course. But I got a couple of books in there. You know, that might be where my stuff is. I put a few things in that bureau and forgot they're there. Anyone still have a bureau? I tell you what, the Admiral really got out of that situation. I mean, he's been chased down, and he ain't going to win this game or anything. But I should have trusted him a bit more to get through that and been by his side. I just assumed that he was about to get obliterated, so maybe I could swing round the back and hit one of those ships as they came round the rock. But I'm not used to the speed of the Mahan's torpedoes. They don't go quite as fast as the kamikazes, and so they lagged behind the Exeter, and I only managed to hit her in the stern with one, sadly. But while he's not going to win here, he's certainly done a fair bit of damage to the enemy. A fair good bit. He's really torn them up back here. Who's he fighting? What is this thing? A Mutsu. And an Ismail. Oh, yeah. And a Farragut. Oh, yeah. He's tearing them up. How you doing, Raven? You can say ho now. It's allowed. The context being that I was playing Vintage Story yesterday, and I was hoeing my garden. You know, I was planting turnips and things. And the word was used in the chat, and it got caught by the auto mod, which I thought was funny. Ah, there you go. The Mutsu. It's going down. Admiral, if you just dive underwater and conduct repairs, you'll be fine. What do we think? Trying to maneuver to get all of her guns in, trying to avoid any potential... Nah, that thing's not going to be able to torpedo you. Yeah, maneuvering to get her guns in. Huh. You know, we came a lot closer in many ways to winning. I mean, points aside, obviously they've got control of the map, but in terms of just sheer numbers, you know, we're only down 2 ships compared to them. Technically. Those is secondaries. Oh, that's weird. Oh, you know what? You know what? Okay, so the auto mod just held a message again. But the thing is, Raven just said, "Let me allow it so that you can see it." What happened to the game? Why? What's? Did he sunk? I looked away for a moment, and when I looked back, he wasn't moving anymore, and I thought maybe the game had frozen. So I allowed the word "ho," but not "hose." Apparently, I have to be extra specific. You don't get diamond hose in Vintage Story because that's silly. Imagine making a tool out of, imagine making a shovel or something out of diamond. That's just ridiculous. But you do get copper, you do get flint, which is their version of like a stone tool, and you do get bronze, and you can get different types of bronze, tin bronze, and so on. You get iron, and then eventually you get steel. Yeah. All right. For the sake of giving it a go, let's try the Fubuki out. I don't just want to stick on destroyers forever, because that eventually gets boring. Everything gets boring eventually. Wouldn't it be nice if all this stuff would load? Apparently, yeah, I've got my really kitted out, but this guy's set up to be torpedoes, so I don't necessarily want to use him in the same manner. All right, let's change his presets. Let's make a new preset, I guess, because it's currently set up to be all torpedoes for my kamikaze. So who do we have? We have Bay and Reeves. So if we're going to use this as a gunboat, we still want Bay. What did Reeves give me? Was that health or something? What did Reeves give me? Have I passed him already? Is he down here? Did I pass him? I may have passed him. Reeves? Did I pass Reeves? I already passed Reeves? Hang on, let me go to the start. Did I pass Reeves? Cunningham, blah, 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 blah. Zhao, Scott, Bay, Halsey. Oh, I did. Oh, it's less detectability. Okay. Hello, Sammy. Hang on a minute. You guys just insisted that it was some kind of great gunboat. I'm sure you mentioned that. I'm sure you told me that just now. Which is why I'm taking your advice and putting guns on it. I'm sure you said that just now. Yes, you're disagreeing with each other. Didn't someone just say... Let me scroll up. Oh yeah, here we are. Fubuki is a pure gunboat. So Sammy, you are you're incorrect because Sammy said it was a gunboat, and Sammy is very good at the game and knows everything. So you really you need to learn from Sammy, I think, and use this as a gunboat, as Sammy suggested. But actually, if you want me to use it as a torpedo boat, that does make life easier because I can just switch back to my regular preset and give it a go. Looks like I already have a little speed boost on it. I haven't bothered with camouflage, I guess. Am I leveling this thing up? Yeah, apparently I am. What was that? 10k? I'm not going to waste 10k. But okay, maybe let's just take a moment to put some camouflage on it. Do I have a lot of paint? I don't have a lot of paint right now. All right, let's... okay. Let's just melt some paint. And make a little bit of camo. Alright. What kind of camo do I want to put on this? What would look good? I like this. I think this looks good. It looks terrible on... I think I have a King George or something with this camo. It looks awful on a battleship, but it looks pretty good on here. That's nice. I don't have enough of it. Ooh, that looks terrible. That looks awful. I want to put that on something. That looks, yeah, rusted out to hell. Ooh, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. All right, I'm going to go with this one. Oh, it's the Santa one. You know what? I wouldn't have guessed that had anything to do with Santa. That doesn't look very Santa-ish to me. Come on, camouflage. There we go. How much can I upgrade it? Once? Once. Great. Can I maybe just melt a little more paint and apply it more than once? You know? Just a little more. Is that enough? Okay. There we go. We upgraded the thingy-majigger a little bit. Screw it. That'll do. Okay, let me read chat now. And now we have BFGP getting caught out. Oh, sorry, I have to hold the button down, my bad. For race, ethnicity, or religion. Yeah. Given the context of the game, I'll allow that, certainly. But yeah, apparently that's offensive, so I'm not up on what is and isn't offensive. Just apply... Oh, what? Single use? No, I never do single use stuff. Just in general, because let's say it's a single use booster, for example, and it keeps reapplying it afterwards, or like auto purchasing ammo in World of Tanks. The point is I'll always forget to turn it off, and then it'll stay turned on too long and use up resources. Or if it doesn't reapply it every time, I'll just forget to reapply it. So it's better if it's just permanent. Better for my tiny brain. Okay, I really like what this boat looks like. That looks really nice. And I'm told I should be shooting things with it. I've got 3 guns. My torpedo range is a respectable 7 kilometers, which is slightly outside of my spotting range, so I could be sneaky and torpedo people. I guess we're just going to try and capture B. It's going to be tricky right in the middle of the map, but let's give it a go. Oh, I minimized OBS. That was smart. I have a lot of shite camos to burn through. Well, they're all different, aren't they? Some of them I don't like as much as the others, but you never know. One of them I don't like, and then I look at it on another ship and I go, ooh, that's kind of interesting. Some of them are really gaudy and awful, but on occasion, I will enjoy putting a gaudy, awful one on some kind of ship. Like, you know, someone has some really cool ship, like Warspite or something. Sometimes I like to make my cool ships look stupid, just for fun. You gotta have fun, right? You gotta have a good time. It means fecht, Raven. Yeah, Raven. Well, Raven kind of inadvertently crashed Vintage Story the other day by making me click out of it to handle some auto mod stuff, which crashed the game. That was funny. The game does crash itself on occasion. All right, so there's a lot of destroyers in this game. Hang on, what have we got? We've got an enemy Fubuki, Icarus, Tashkent, whatever that is, and a Hatsu something or other. Okay, intriguing. Crud. All right, we're gonna be engaging in a moment here. Whatever the Tashkent is, we're gonna be fighting it shortly. Let's try and get my eye in on how my guns operate here. Come on, swing around. All right, he wants to disappear, does he? Torpedoes? Torpedoes, but not for me. All right. Let's try a little bit of smoke, because we are getting hit by all kinds of stuff. They're all well out of torpedo range, sadly. And gun range. Alright, now someone suggested sitting in smoke and shooting the enemy earlier. I think it's going to be difficult to sit in the smoke with that enemy destroyer right on our heels, but at least we're here.
Good luck finding us
We're
now.
contesting the area, and maybe some of those cruisers will decide they want to get a little bit closer. I want to go in a tight circle here so I remain hidden, because if this destroyer is even slightly off to our left, he'll see me. And I want to get my guns in on the port side, and I just want to slow down for a moment here. Oh, we've got another destroyer. He just disappeared.
Torpedoes to port. Get moving quick.
Alright, that's something I'm concerned about. These guys are theoretically in torpedo range. Let's just wing a couple over there and try and piss them off. I'm just playing by instinct at this point. Don't really know what I should be doing. None of these guys are in gun range. I feel like I shouldn't be stopped, though. Alright, there's no one in B at the moment. Oh, here we go. We've got an Awuba over here. And we've only got 18 seconds left of smoke. There goes the Awuba. I'm going to start pulling out of this area now, because we're about to be visible and there's all those guys. I'm going to head towards our other friendly destroyer. We got the Tashkent coming for us. Let me just swing around again a little bit so I can get my guns on him. Alright, you want to get out of there, Admiral. You're about to get slaughtered. I'm trying to keep my rear guns on him, but he's disappearing. Come on. Bit of lag when I fire my guns. That's a bit weird. See, this is why I wanted to get away, because all these guys are going to start firing on us now.
Engine boost is on.
Sorry I'm not reading chat at the moment. It's a touch hectic. I want to discourage these guys from coming our way. Just discourage them a little bit. Alright, this Tashkent's almost dead. We can finish him off. Come on, he's basically slaughtered. Look at him, he's, reversing? There goes the Admiral. Still got problems, mind you. Where's this guy going? He's going way over there. Alright, okay, we survived that encounter by the skin of our teeth. But that was mainly because the Admiral, God rest his soul, was sunk. Alright, let's swing around. What's this? Sail all round of the cap, it's toxic inside. I do wish my guns would come to bear a little bit quicker here. Oh, look at that. That's sexy. Every time my guns finally... Because I've only got 2 guns on my arse and 1 on my bow. Every time my guns finally come around, the enemy I'm trying to hit has already just disappeared. So I only really get 1 gun on them. What's the reload time?
You better get back.
Just letting this guy know that I won't necessarily be here forever. Plus, all these guys are out of range. I'm not close enough. I'm not close enough. I'm being very cautious. There is a guy in this smoke over here. Still, if nothing else, we are annoying them and making it difficult for them to capture B. See, my guns have come round to this side now, but now I kind of need them on my left again. Maybe I should do a circle in this direction. Even if I do see this guy, what am I going to do? Get 1 volley off at him? My torpedoes are well out of range. He might be gone. It's raining again here. You know, I can see the pink buds of the flowers on my apple tree out the window now. We're getting into spring, guys.
No more boosts. We're taking it slow from here.
Alright, let's actually bring the guns round on the left. Seems like everything's... My instinct normally in a destroyer would be to go to the top left and defend A with some torpedoes instead of chasing down these other destroyers. There's just 1 cruiser back there and he's going to get obliterated pretty soon. You know what? Maybe I should do that. If nothing else, maybe I should swing up there. There's already a destroyer down here holding B. Maybe I should head over there. Because, what, this Zara, whatever a Zara is... Yeah, I know there's going to be a destroyer around there. There's one of them.
I'm calling for fire support.
It's just, I can't leave a guy on his own. Especially because they're just going to swing down there and capture A if we do nothing. I do have a colleague. I've got the Skane over here. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'm suspecting that he's looking to fight in this general vicinity as well. Zara's screwed.
Support our friend over there.
There she goes. Alright. Which means that now
Everyone to
they're
that
going to
area.
push
Don't
down
let our
into
foes
A.
take it.
What have we got here? We've got a friendly Queen Elizabeth. We've got a Lizzie with us. Alright, yeah, the Skane is doing his thing. Must have better range on his torpedoes than me. My torpedoes would only just about reach the edge of that rock there. They wouldn't get much further than that. There was a cruiser heading in that direction. I want to do a little loop-de-loop here. Alright, what do we got? He's not going to turn in this direction. Surely. You know what? Why don't we try it? Why don't we try just shooting him with guns? Because we might be able to get into cover here. Alright, we hit him at least. I would have liked to have set him on fire, but that wasn't too bad. I need to swing around. It's going to take too long to go all the way underneath that island, so I'm just going to turn my guns and help this Lizzie out. I really hope whatever that guy is, he doesn't have torpedoes, because Elizabeth is going down a real tight area here. Ah, the Devonshire. Does the Devonshire have torpedoes? The Devonshire. Alright, come on. I want to really start engaging. Let's turn the speed boost on. I want to get in here.
Engine boost is on.
Oh,
I
no.
love being fast.
They got a Fubuki in
support.
there. Elizabeth's strong. She'll
Torpedoes direct front.
probably
Watch out.
survive torpedoes. In fact, I'm the one that needs to be worried about these torpedoes, not her. She could eat 1 or 2. Me, on the other hand. Alright, swing around. All the guns to bear.
Torpedoes dead ahead. Get moving quick.
Don't hit those torpedoes.
Torpedoes dead ahead. Get moving quick.
Wow. What, do I have to fire torpedoes out of my arse?
Torpedoes dead ahead.
That's
Get
not
moving
ideal.
Quick. No, the engine's damaged.
I'm done for here. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I hit the torpedoes? Or do I hit the Devonshire, you know? I tried to maneuver past her, but the best I could do is either... I could have swung right to fire my torpedoes out of my arse. Maybe. And then I would have been hit by those torpedoes and killed. Or I could try and swing left and around her and maybe hit her with torpedoes. Or what actually happened in the end. Because she was pretty fast. Nudge her in the face. I'm happy with that. That was a good death. I enjoyed that. Yeah, where's the clip button? You know you guys can make clips yourselves. Clip copy to clipboard. I should have added a marker. Actually, I've only ever had one viewer ever, look at my rudders going down there, make a clip. And it was so cool. I was like, wow, someone actually made a clip of my stream. And I think it was Raven yesterday. I was like, wow, finally, someone that isn't me making a clip. Because I'm so lazy most of the time, I don't hit the clip button. That was fun. I enjoyed that. It was alright. That was a fun little ship. I wonder how the Admiral did in the end. I remember you going down, Admiral. Alright, let's take out something else. It's getting dark and rainy now. Destroyers are all well and good. But how about... how about a battleship? How about the Fuso? How about we give the Fuso a go? I do love the sound of rain. Let me see if I can help you, the viewer, hear the rain that's hitting the roof right now. Let me go into my audio settings, turn off the filter. It's pretty quiet, but do you hear that? You hear that rain? I know it's not very loud. Alright, I'll turn the filters back on. Oh, it's so nice. There's such a nice thing about being out in this like garden, like workshed office space, because it's unlike a house where you're very, unless you've converted the attic, I suppose, you never hear the rain hit the roof because you're like, even when you're upstairs, you're lower down, you know? But here it's just felt roof, wood, me. Yeah, I was thinking about Warspite, and then I just thought, I want big gun, boom, boom. I'll bring out the Warspite after this one. Let's do some ASMR while we're waiting for the Admiral to pick a ship. And here we go. You can... Oh, you know what? I'll tap... There you go. You get some tea tapping. Some slurping. Actually, no. Some people don't like mouth sounds. Oh, damn. The Admiral has the Fuso as well. All right. That rain sounds lovely. Okay, filters back on. Rain. I think Raven, that there are people who have a bit of, not a phobia, it's not like they're scared of it, but they have a bit of like a phobia to like eating, the sounds of eating and stuff, mouth sounds. Maybe it's a bit like how people don't like nails on a chalkboard, you know, or the feel of certain fabrics. Some people don't like the sound of to the extent that some video games give you the option to turn it off. Like there'll be an option in the accessibility settings for like the sounds of your character eating food and healing items and stuff. You can just straight up turn it off because some people don't like that. Right, where are we going? Admiral, point somewhere on the map and I will go there with you. Where are we going? Let's give him a moment. I actually don't know if he's listening to the stream or not. He must be. Alright, we are going that away. Am I turning in the right direction? Yes. So the Fuso, for those who don't know, giant tower. Look at this thing. How many floors does that thing have? But also, just bristling with powerful guns. Her aim is a bit scattershot. It's like a giant shotgun, which does make it a bit hard to hit things far away. But if you're close enough to where the majority of your shells hit, oh boy, someone's in for a bad time. You've been spotted already? Jesus, I haven't. Oh, no I have.
Looks like we've been seen.
We're not the smallest of vessels. Nuclear vessels. Alright, some people don't like Star Trek Academy, but we can all agree Star Trek The Voyage Home was a fun film, right? Also set in San Francisco, which is, that's the connection, I guess, I don't know.
Enemies on the horizon.
Ah. Yeah, look at this thing. This is a big ship. Look at the size of her tower. I can't even show it from here. Look at how many floors that thing has. All right, I don't want to go too crazy. You want to get reasonably, like, your instinct is to get as close to the enemy as possible with the Fuso, in the same way that your instinct might be to get as close to someone with a shotgun as possible. But then you also have to remember, oh yeah, I'm in kind of a big lumbering battleship. And I was like, I shouldn't get that close. What have they got? I keep pressing the wrong button. What have they got? They have a Leander. That's a good cruiser. I enjoy the Leander. Okay, we have a Gade, Colorado. I don't like that the enemy can see me. I'm going to adjust speed and course slightly. I feel like I've got a wave of torpedoes coming my way. When the enemy can see you for a really, really long time but aren't shooting at you, it makes me suspicious. It makes me suspicious. I'm going to pretend like I'm cutting left and then I'll just head right again because I do want to get down to where our two cruisers are. But this Icy, isn't that one of those new aircrafty bomber things? This Icy's about to get hammered. She's reversing, isn't she? She's about to be out of my range, so I'll just give it a crack. I don't know if I'm going to hit her because she was just exiting the range of my guns when I fired, but I gave it a crack. I gave it a crack, so I did. I hit her a little bit. I scratched her with one round. A short round, some might say. See, I can do references. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Admiral. See, I knew that eventually someone was going to torpedo the crap out of me. That's just a little random attempt. That's a good wide spread there. I was already moving, so I'm only going to eat 3 of these. But that's still pretty bad. She did a lot of damage. Oh, I shouldn't have used that second repair. My finger slipped. Oh well. Now, the destroyer could do the destroyer thing here, but there's another destroyer further around this corner that we have to be concerned with. I'm going to turn to the north a little bit and try and fire on this other guy. It's going to be real hard to hit him, though. I do have a lot of guns, so I can kind of scatter all over the place. There you go. I got 1 hit on him, at least. But he is maneuvering, I'm maneuvering. I'm having to turn away from this other destroyer so he can't get another volley of torpedoes on me. And to dissuade him from using his guns. Yeah, intel would be good. We got a lot of... the one destroyer here... Jervis, not playing the game from the looks of it. Puta 7608, shame on you. Showing up your, what are they called? Clans, fleets, guilds? Fleet, right? Not playing the game. At least we do have the Gaid here, because we really do need to spot the enemy. Yeah.
Looks like we've been seen.
We have indeed been seen. What? Well, sadly, or not so sadly, there is no friendly fire in the game. You can crash into your buddies, you can shoot them, you don't hurt each other. So I can't blow him up. Plus, I don't really like that kind of team killy thing anyway, even if the guy's not playing the game. Like in Halo, if there's a guy not playing the game, I won't even kill him. I'll occasionally punch him in the face, because sometimes that wakes him up. Sometimes the guy's left his controller on the table or something. I should be more concerned about these torpedoes. I'm kind of just watching them slowly approach me lackadaisically, without even thinking that they may be dangerous. They weren't. We have some trouble here, Admiral. We need to let the destroyers move in ahead of us and deal with these other destroyers because we're going to be screwed otherwise. We've got this Gaid here who's backing off. I'm turning around.
Retreat,
Wow, that's a lot of rain. Because there's not really... Like, these destroyers are perfectly capable of staying out of visual range and only appearing when they want to and firing volley after volley of torpedoes at us. We really need the destroyers to get in here and screen for us. Until then, there's not much we can do. Sadly, this mass that I think you're firing on, I can't hit him. Everyone else is out of range. They've really locked up 2 of our battleships here. Me and the Admiral are stuck in this corner, unable to range further out because of these destroyers. Come on, Gaid, give us a... Where are you? Oh, he's trying. He's moving in. I really wish that Jervis was playing the game. A second destroyer would really help right now. Where is he? Is he coming out? Ah, no, he's actually out of gun range. Alright, I'm going to change course a little bit. I'm going to swing around and head back towards the other side of the map. I've made enough leeway here. I've made enough headroom. There's the Admiral getting pummeled with flaming torpedoes. There's just too many bad guys here. No. I wanted to highlight... Oh, that I see is the guy firing the flaming torpedoes, actually. He's almost in gun range. If I can just move in this direction a little bit further, bring my guns around. I've already got half my guns to bear on him. I don't know if I'll hit him, actually. Let's see if I can do that trick again where I fire over the hill, not into the hill. Yeah, kinda, but he was turning too far left. See, a lot of my rounds would have just slammed into the island anyway. I did hit him, though. Alright. I'm just pulling back. I'm going to turn as hard as possible because honestly a destroyer could just slam a bunch of torpedoes into me if he wanted to. There's one literally right here. Hey Admiral, we've got this guy dead to rights. He may still be... I'm not sure if I'll hit him though. He may have maneuvered. All that gunfire and I missed. Couldn't see him though. Looks like he's trying to torpedo you more than me. I don't want to give him the opportunity. I wish he'd come out of his smoke so we could blast him. I know armor-piercing rounds aren't the best, but... oh yeah, I'm just saying, friend Raven that... Oh yeah, he sunk the Admiral. I'm just saying, friendly fire would not be useful in this game. It wouldn't add anything to the experience. In Helldivers, it adds to the ridiculousness of everything, right? It's like you give all these untrained idiots who have just been plucked from the Super Earth colonies massive guns and like they're completely expendable, and of course they're going to accidentally kill each other with them. It's hilarious and fun. But the important thing, one of the important things is you can respawn in that game. Imagine if Helldivers, you had one life and that was it, and then one of your teammates accidentally team kill you, you know, with a bomb, and that's it, you're out of the game. It would carry a lot more weight and it would be really annoying. But
there goes my win rate.
But it's not, it's fun. Here comes some rounds from whoever's in that smoke. That guy's getting out of here. We're not going to win this one. I don't know if you picked up on that. There is an enemy that we can't see in B, so it must be their destroyer that was last seen in like I3 on the other side of the map. And he's up here, and and look, there's this guy that isn't even playing the game.
Teammate, your help would be great. Just a thought.
Anyway, this guy's going to torpedo me as well. Now that they've captured all of those points, they're going to come down and slaughter us. You know what? I'll switch to high explosive rounds. I may not live long enough to use them. I don't think our team have the time to do anything else. They're not going to come help me. I'm just going to drive towards this guy and let him sink me. Look, I'm going to fight back. But I don't think I'll kill whoever this guy is. Well, it's not a Mars anyway. Alright, if it's not a Mars, what is it? It's a Benson. Alright. Okay. Pity. Oh. There's the Leander. A fine ship. Sadly, I can't bring my guns to bear on her. Look at this. Ah, I set her on fire though. That's funny.
Any chance you could provide fire support?
So I try and randomly fire and see if I hit her. There you go. I saved 1 or 2 guns in case this destroyer shows up. Oh, there she is. I'm going to eat a couple of torpedoes.
We did it.
Too bad though. Let's do a little repair.
Gone, water's in. Classic.
I don't think I hit her, did I? You know, even like considering I'm in a Fuso, didn't actually get much done really. We just kind of got stuck behind those destroyers for the entire match. And we're unable to really do anything else. You think any of those will hit? Nah. Oh, the game ended. At least we didn't get sunk. Yeah, we kind of just got stuck behind those screening destroyers there for a long time, and everyone else was way out of gun range. The only way to get... Like, look at that. I basically didn't fire my guns. I scratched the enemy once or twice. And yet somehow we weren't at the bottom. Oh, because this guy. Sadly, this guy... wasn't... What? I wanted more info about the player, not what he was... Not the guy on his ship. I don't care about that. That guy sucks. I don't know. Maybe this Sync guild doesn't have what it takes. I'm just messing. Alright, someone said Warspite. Was it Sammy? Was it Sammy that said Warspite? Someone said Warspite. It was Sammy. Let's bring the Warspite out. At least it's not a cold rain. It's just a rain out there. Is everyone having a good day? I like to check in now and then, you know? You don't have to answer. In fact, I added a command because I noticed some people were using it a few weeks ago called lurk, right? You know, exclamation point lurk. Because some folks were like, hey, you know, I'm lurking, and then they used the lurk command, and there wasn't a thing. So I added it. Huh. There you go. There's the lurk. Oh, bugger, I hit my own microphone. Because I Googled it. I was like, okay, what's the lurk command supposed to do? Because I understand the concept of lurking. It means someone is here, but they're not like engaging with chat and stuff. They're just watching in the background. But I didn't understand what the command was for, and it's because a lot of streamers have picked up on this so that people can now type lurk in and they get a little friendly response, you know. And so I wanted to give a little friendly response to. How many months have I been streaming? That's a really good question. You know, while we're loading here, I can pull up my Twitch control panel and I can look at my analytics. I think it might have been October last year, come to think of it. I think. If we go back to like September, just update. Yeah, it was Thursday the... No, it was Wednesday the 8th. No, Thursday the 9th of October last year. So for a while now. But since Christmas, I've not been as reliably streaming as I should be. I'm trying to get back on the ball 3 days a week, you know. You certainly are, Sammy. You certainly are. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect when I started streaming, and I certainly didn't expect to get to know individuals so much. I thought it would be a lot of people who might come in for one stream, have a little chat, but then you'd never see them again. I didn't expect it. I'm going to go towards B. Is it a bad idea? Don't care. Doing it. I thought it would be a lot of that, but it's nice that because generally you think to yourself, like, how to put this? You assume that people are going to get sick of you pretty quickly, because most people do, right? So I didn't expect people to stick around on an ongoing basis. Man, if all of those ships up there get wind of me, they're going to pummel the crap out of me. They're going to pummel the crap out of me. Our only other battleship is a Fuso, and he's back here. Alright, what have we got here? Alright, we've got the Admiral, we've got the Dallas, and we've got the DeGrasse is moving away from us. So it looks like the bulk of their fleet is probably going to be going towards us. Back here. Yeah, that would be real nice if he could help us out. I like my chances more... By the way, yes, the planes are bombing me. I like my chances more if it's... 3 cruisers and me instead of just 2 or 1 cruiser. I'm going to wait and see if these planes bomb me again before I put the fire out. No, they're gone. Alright, fire out. Alright, I have very much been spotted. It's time to start shooting. I'm going to head towards the island ahead of me. I don't want to encourage too much fire, so I'm going to head towards this guy just to the left of B. I don't know how effective that will be. Maybe I should keep headed this way, actually. Either way, it might help cover me from a little bit of fire. Symbols. Oh yeah, Sammy, you're a VIP. And you know, streamers can only have like 5 VIPs at once, I think. And I think it does things like exempt you from certain stuff. Like if the chat goes into such a mode, or things I never use, that and people aren't allowed to talk. I think like VIPs are still allowed to talk. I don't know. It's just a little hat that you wear that means you're cool. I don't know. California is tasting her own blood a little bit here. Alright, the Admiral has gone way to the back, and all of our other colleagues have run away, except for the Fuso, who is coming in our way. Alright, if you cannot die, we've certainly concerned the enemy a bit. I'm getting hit from way on the other side of the map. I don't think I'm going to survive for too long here, because my aim is to get over to where the Admiral is, where there's a bit of cover, and I just don't see that happening. Because I'm basically... all the other cruisers who were with me are gone. And I'm just going to be pummeled now by all these guys. I'm just getting pummeled, you know? I've already lost half my health. I don't see it coming back. This guy is driving towards me as if he's got plans. Does this guy have a bunch of torpedoes? Is that what's going on? This guy's driving at me like he knows something I don't. You know? But yeah, this is kind of what I was concerned about. Yeah, it's all over for me. That's why I was going to take cover behind that hill. You see I turned left preemptively to avoid those torpedoes. But when I saw that the Admiral was up here on his own, because everyone else had abandoned him and pissed off, look, they've all gone up there, I decided, screw it. I'm going to turn and I'm going to engage the enemy, because otherwise they would just roll in on him in that one corner and slaughter him. And so while I drew the fire for him for a little while, I don't know if it's going to be enough to get him out of this situation. Because the rest of our team were cowards and ran away. I mean, I don't know. If we all stood and fought, would we have beat them? I don't know. I wouldn't have driven out at the enemy quite the same way. I would have tried to park back here a little and engage these guys without being hit by the guys on the other side of the hill. That would have been the move. Alright. Well, that other cruiser just got sunk. It's a shame the Admiral can't pop smoke or something, because the team are slowly getting their shit together and coming around. Oh, there she goes. But it just wasn't quick enough. Oh man, Raven, you know there was such a thing as manned torpedoes, like, you know, like kamikaze torpedoes, where dudes would be sealed inside torpedoes. What an awful... And they would steer them into, like, were they used for, like, sneaking into dockyards and stuff?
Don't panic.
Ah, that does not sound fun. Ah. Yeah, we got all kinds of crazy sound effects, yo. You can type possibly exclamation mark sounds and it will give you a list. I need to add more. They're mostly old British comedy things that no one will recognize. Alright. Admiral, why don't you pick a ship and I'll pick something appropriate to go along with it? Because I've been picking everything here. Why don't you pick something and I will... Can I do that? Can you pick a ship before I've picked a ship? Or are you not able to because I'm in charge? I don't know how it works. 4 candles! They did a new one of that many years ago. You can tell now it was new, but it's old at this point because it was about Blackberries. It was about going into a phone shop or something or buying Blackberries, and it was obviously it was a play on Apple and Blackberry and other such, you know, fruit technology-based gags. It was reasonably good. I'm not actually convinced that he can pick a ship before I've picked a ship. I don't know if that's a thing. Can he do that? I'm here waiting to see if he picks a ship. Yeah, okay, he can. All right, so he picked a 7. It doesn't seem like it limits me in my selection. But I can do this. So what can I bring out? He's got the Vanguard. What might I want to bring out here? The Hawk. I do like my Cherbourg, but I feel like I want to... Well, you know what? The Iowa. I like the Iowa. Yeah, sure. Whip that bad boy out. I saw a wonderful little Dave Allen skit online the other day. I'll see if I can post it into the Discord later. It's only like a minute long, a little video, and it was pretty funny. Dave Allen was a funny bloke. He's an old Irish comedian. He did skits and stuff, but he also did a lot of just sitting in a chair with a cigarette and a whiskey and just reeling off one-liners and clever little stories and things. Yeah, he was fun. I got a DVD of him somewhere. You know what? I do have the complete Allo Allo on DVD, and I lost it for a while there a few years back. Turns out someone had borrowed it from me. But I lost it, and I wanted to get it back. I wanted to watch Allo Allo again, because you can't get it anywhere online. It's not streaming. It's not available anywhere. And I couldn't get the DVD set, because it was like, in the 1 or 2 places you could find it secondhand, it was ridiculously priced. So I'm glad I have my hands back on it again. Yeah, it's funny how some shows just kind of disappear. Alright, I'll swing over there. See, the thing is, I'd be headed towards this island, right, at the back here, but that leaves me way open for ages. So we're going to have to see how this goes. More than ever, I don't want to get shot in the side here. The Iowa really doesn't like it. That's a great camouflage you've got on that boat. I love it. Man, that looks cool. Oh, he's got a little badge on the ship as well. Look at that. Alright, I should also be turning hard. I wonder if their planes are going to come after me. They are coming. They're over there. Looks like they might go after that group. Or they might turn my way. We'll see. 4 candles. It's not Christmas, is it? Without some 2 Ronnies, Morecambe and Wise. Maybe a bit of Granville. Bit of Open All Hours. I love those shows, man. Yeah, every Christmas. I have like that. I have a full collection of Morecambe and Wise stuff somewhere on some hard drive. Including a lot of their old, not just the Christmas shows, but a lot of their old actual shows. And there was only ever one time that they were recorded doing, because they did a lot of actual stage show stuff, right? I'm tempted to engage the Cleveland here. Why don't I give it a go? It depends on how hard he's turning and how fast the muzzle velocity of my guns are. Am I going to hit him? Yeah, I did a little scratch. Alright. See, the thing that doesn't make it ideal is now they all know where I am and they can fire on me. And they certainly are. Look at them. Every man and his dog just decided to engage. Alright, we got... Okay. That destroyer's fine. He can't see me. I'm going to wing a little further back. I'm going to head a little further towards you, Admiral. I might cut you off a bit. I don't want them to spot me until I can get real nice and cozy behind this island. And also, is this guy not playing the game as well? Great. The Scharnhorst, who I was really hoping was down here with us, isn't bothering to play. Yeah, great. Sea killer indeed. What is it with people today and just loading into games and not playing? Alright. I don't think I'm going to hit this guy, but I'm going to start turning in hard to get behind this island. And I don't see us winning. I don't see it going well necessarily. Let's see if we can help these cruisers out. Let's see how it goes. Because we have 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, 3 if you count the guy over there, but he's a bit busy right now. 2 battleships and 2 cruisers against 2 battleships and 2 cruisers. So, we'll see how it goes. You know what? That cruiser's already a bit messed up. Was that the Marlborough firing on me? Well, get ready. What was I talking about? Oh, low and all that stuff. I feel like I was going somewhere with that. Oh, yeah. So Morecambe and Wise did a lot of stage shows, right? That's how they came up. Like, before they got TV shows and stuff, they did a lot of stage work together. after the war. And there was actually only ever one of their shows that was recorded on videotape. Like obviously they did a lot of TV stuff where it looked like they set it up as if they were on a stage with an audience. But the only time they ever actually recorded a real full-on stage show, and it's this old black and white recording, and it's amazing just how much like their television stuff it is, you know. But it was really interesting and wonderful to see. All right, so I'm gonna kind of hang out here because right now the Marlborough can't hit me. And I'm just going to wait for these other guys to reappear and try to minimize just how many dudes can hit me at once. You know what I mean? Just try and do that. I've got all my guns to bear on where these guys are. I just can't see them. If the Marlborough does come round, though, I will blast her. And she is a-coming. She is a-coming. Those other fellas have cried off a little bit. See how this goes. You got the Admiral pulling out behind me, so he's going to get engaged a bit harder. I mean, I could pull out. The Marlborough seems to be turning away from us back the way she came. She's getting into cover behind that island there. Alright, hang on. I need to get moving because these guys are all over here. They've moved slightly. I don't think it'll help very much, but I'll just kind of remind the team this thing's happening. What the hell? Well, we can beat this guy. He's still living in the age of sail. Look at this guy. We can defeat him. He's probably not even invented metallurgy yet. Where's the Marlborough? I can't quite see her. Which way is she coming and going? I can't tell. Alright, I reckon I can hit the Plymouth with a couple of my guns here. Oh, come on. Yep, there we go. Keep going. I'd fire on the Marlborough, but she's behind a little bit of cover. I can't quite tell. Oh, okay, there she is. Alright. Give me 15 seconds, I'll fire on the Marlborough, if I can, with my forward guns at least, unless she starts wiggling again. I might miss. It's a pretty tight shot, but I'll give it a go. Ah, she's gone behind cover again. It's almost like she doesn't want me to shoot her. Alright. Someone got her. Good. I'm going to hit that island, aren't I? Yeah, I should probably be using. You know what? I'm gonna kick the engines in and move out. We got the cruiser on the left. The Plymouth seems to not be moving for some reason. I know that there's the Bismarck. He's gonna start firing on me. Oh wow, maybe I shouldn't be moving out. That guy really laid into me just then. Now I have to engage the Bismarck. That wasn't the plan. I kind of hoped that our team over there, because we do have a battleship over there. Oh, that Scharnhorst woke up and drove into the middle of the map. Oh, crap. This guy's laid smoke. Now we have a problem. Yeah. I probably shouldn't have pulled out. Oh, the Plymouth is gone. Wait, hang on. Was the Plymouth not this guy that is still firing on me? Or was that a shot he fired after he died? Alright, intriguing. I'm going to turn hard to port. I don't want him to see my soft underbelly. I am still getting hits on the Bismarck, though. We're surging. What does that mean, Santa? I don't think you can say that. We're surging, indeed. Anyway, yeah, Morecambe and Wise. I'm a big fan. Big fan. Is this landing with anyone at all in the chat? Does anyone know who Morecambe and Wise is? I mean, Sammy and Fall Guy will know. I'm going to just swing to the right of this island, but then left. And I'll probably let my rear gun continue swinging around. Oh, Bismarck does not like me. Hey, the cruiser of ours that just got sunk, his guild name, his fleet name was Scurvy. That's a pretty good one. See, you can. Oh, he just got a kill on the Amagi after he died. That's pretty funny. Thank God, I don't want to go up against an Amagi. All right, where's the Admiral? Back there, hanging out with a cruiser, getting chummy with a Plymouth. I see how it is. I'm glad our, even though he is dead, I'm glad our whatever he was in woke up in the end. All right, so this guy is he's coming around this corner. Oh, intriguing. I think I'm going to get hit by bombers, possibly. Oh no, they're going the other way. Hey, does the Bismarck have torpedoes? Someone fill me in. I'll tell you a story about Tommy Cooper. It's a very, very, very short story. But Tommy Cooper used to go to a pub near me. And when he was in that pub one day, he got in a fight. Tommy Cooper was a bloke, you know. He got in a fight, broke his hand. I think my father was there. We don't have a lot of stories. Alright, let's hope the Bismarck doesn't have torpedoes. Because this could be bad if she does. Alright, she's gone. Not the best thing in the world, though. The Cleveland's here now. But yeah, Tommy Cooper, I love Tommy Cooper. Not like that. Like that. He's grand. Tommy Cooper was great. Oh, his laugh. He had such a laugh. The only other claim to fame we have is, if you remember Steptoe and Son, my mother, she grew up next door to the young lad from Steptoe and Son, the young bloke. I forget his name now. He's brought a book out. And it's interesting because the book talks about the council estate, obviously, that he grew up on, that she also grew up on. He talked about all the rules, because it ended up being a real shithole council estate by the time I was born. But at the time, it was this lovely new place. And when you see the rules that the council had for people who were moving in, like, first off, you had to... okay, we got a cruiser over there. We got a cruiser to my right. This Cleveland's going to be a problem for me, I can tell. At the time, it was like this really nice new place, right? And they had all these rules, even if you did manage to pass the entrance tests and stuff. And one of the rules was you couldn't hang your washing out on a Sunday on the line. That wasn't allowed. No, no, no. And, you had to keep your garden really nice and so on and so forth. I find that funny, given that it became like the worst council estate in the UK in the end. But originally it was called the Garden City, and it was this beautiful new area. Alright, Cleveland, you're doing the cruiser wiggle. Driving away from us, firing on us, setting us on fire, and wiggling. And look at that, she's avoiding them. She's avoiding my fire. I'm going to leave the other cruiser to our aircraft carrier. You can deal with one Shamanto, right? Right, Mr. Aircraft Carrier? I assume he can. Me, on the other hand, this fella up here could easily sink me. I don't want to be chasing him. What's our other cruiser friend doing? This Plymouth should be chasing him down. If I spot their aircraft carrier, I might lay a few shots into him just to piss him off. But yeah, I love Tommy Cooper. He's funny.
We are surging.
I am slowly winging my way into cover here so that the cruiser can't take any more shots at me. What is this? Was it? Is that stealth bombers? They look like triangular planes. What are they dropping? They're dropping bombs on me? No, they're dropping them on the cruiser. Interesting. Alright, I was swinging hard left to avoid the bombs that never came. I can't really hit this guy. It's hard to tell where he's going to go. I assume he's going to suddenly swing hard left, but he didn't. See what I mean? Best I can do is let someone else kill him, because it's really hard to hit him, and he will just wear me down in the end. So best thing I can do, sorry Mr. Cruiser, but is let this cruiser kill him off. Holy crap, I hit him! Ha 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 ha! Alright, new plan. New plan, seeing as I'm going in this direction anyway. I'm going to swing around this island, get around the top of the island, and I'm going to pull left because their aircraft carrier's up here somewhere in the corner. And these guys are headed straight towards it, so that should be fun. Wow, I never doubted my gunnery officers. Good job, lads. Good job, fellas. Oh, God, indeed. Ah. I can have a relax now. I can pull out the cup of tea. Yeah, that's right, Santa. Oh, that's good tea. Oh, yes. We're going after the Enterprise. Nuclear vessels. So many gags in Star Trek The Voyage Home that I didn't get when I first saw it. Like when they arrest Chekhov and they're like, what do you think? It's like, well, he's a Russki. He's like, yeah, I know he's a Russki. At the time, I was like, I don't know what a Russki is. I'm 8 years old. Back then, I just didn't understand I didn't even know what the Cold War was. I just thought, hang on a minute, he's got nacelles. He's got warp nacelles. I can see the Bassard collectors. You know what you should read as a fun book you should read? It's not the best Star Trek book ever, but it's not bad. I can see his deflector. You should read Uhura's Song if you like Star Trek books. It's a TOS era book. And funnily enough, the thing that I enjoy... There we go, game over. The thing that I enjoy or remember most from that book isn't the plot, isn't the main overarching plot, which is actually pretty good and I enjoy it. But there's a technological thing that they mention throughout the book called the Bodner lines. And it's like, you know, like nowadays we think about Star Trek and we think about all of the Star Trek jargon that we just know very well. You know, the EPS conduits and the Jeffries tubes and stuff. But this book introduced the concept of Bodner lines, and we don't know what they are. They're never explained. It's only mentioned that they're important and the Bodner lines are damaged and we have to repair them and blah, blah, blah. And there's some interesting stuff that I won't spoil with a character in the book about the Bodner lines. And I don't know, it stuck with me. I don't know why. Stop grilling me. But yeah, Uhura's Song. That was a pretty decent little read. I've read that book enough times that it's pretty tatty at this point. That wasn't bad at all. That was a good choice of a ship there. Oh, hang on, I've got a thing. Oh, Commander Crate. Woohoo. I never know what commanders are good or bad, so this never... I always open it and I'm like, okay, yep, that guy, I guess. Yeah, sure, Manuel Martinez. Is he good? I don't know. He has a nice coat on, I guess. I'm going to go with something a bit different here. I'm going to pull out my Hosho. This time I will be the aircraft carrier, covering you. You know what? Wasn't I going to bring up a pic? You know what? I was going to bring up a picture. Just before this stream started, I saw a picture that someone had shared. And I just wanted to show it to the stream and ask what has happened. What's going on? So while the Admiral's picking a ship, let me pull it out. Where is it? It's been my download. Did I save it? Alright, so this is, you know, ice cream vans. This is from an ice cream van, right? And let's forget all of the rest of it, right? Let's forget the Minecraft ice cream there. Who cares about that? But what is happening here? What happened? What's going on? It's been a few years since I've seen an ice cream van, but why are they into feet now? That's my question. Does anyone know what's happening? What's going on? I can get a frozen foot from an ice cream van. I wonder what they cost. Is it like 99 pence? It won't be 99 pence. A 99 was never 99 pence, and the 99 doesn't stand for 99 pence, so I'm told. The biggest lie ever told. Yeah, what's going on? Why can I order feet now at the IC? Anyone else call it an IC? They're well defined. I bet they don't look that good on the version that they actually sell you. But what is a Frigo pie? What does that mean? Ooh, it's gluten-free. Nice. I'm confused. Anyway. Oh, the life of an ice cream van salesperson, right? I'm guessing it's a seasonal gig, you know? As opposed to, like, they travel south for the winter. Because you could theoretically picture it being a year-round gig. They could have their ice cream vans up here in the UK in summer. And then in the winter, they could drive down to Europe. Like, just drive around in France or something and do the seasonal... Not France. France doesn't really... France isn't some tropical land that's nice in the winter. But they could go somewhere where it's still warm enough that people might have ice creams. Thank you. Good luck to you too, also. Alright, so what I like to do at the start of a match, and it works every time, half the time, is I like to fly my planes directly to the other side of the map because you know that the enemy aircraft carrier hasn't really had time to reposition yet. And I like to try and get 1 or 2 torpedo hits in on the guy for funsies, for the lols. So we can see that his torpedoes are coming from this direction. So let's just see if we can hit him. Because they're usually not moving too fast. They're usually not in... Look at that. Planes passing in the night. They're usually not like in the mindset that I'm about to be torpedoed at the very, very, very start of a match. And they never seem to do it to me. Hello, what have we got? It's a Hermes. Alright. So, like, we got plenty of range here, and we're coming in from the side, and I don't even think she's moving yet, although she may be a bit. So, we can take our time here. Is she moving? Is she moving? She's not moving. Let's just, there we go. Ah, I think she may be reversing, but we're going to hit her. Why don't we just watch for a moment? We got time. I just like to scare him a little bit at the start of the match, you know? Alright, now let's use my torpedoes on something useful. What should I be engaging? Thank you very much, little bot. You can play all these wonderful sounds, such as the MSN Messenger sound. You want to trigger a millennial into thinking they got a message. You can use the MSN sound effect. Or if you want to hear the Windows 95 boot up sound, login sound. Oh, that's a good sound. Alright, maybe I'll try and hit this cruiser up here, because she's, you know what, she might be tricky to hit. She's not moving, though, to be fair. She is staying pretty still, but she's going to turn on a dime, I suspect. Alright, come on. She's not really moving yet. I'm not sure what her plan is here, but let's just do that. And we have enough range left to maybe swing around and try and hit this other cruiser, maybe. Although she's more apt to turn away from us. Come on, can we get down on her? We have enough planes still. She really isn't moving that fast. Let's see if those hit. I'm not the best shot, to be fair. Alright, let's see. Let's swap to high explosive. Let's stop the engines. I wonder if we'll hit her at all. Maybe not. Kind of looks like we must have missed. Alright. Well, let's go try bombs this time. Alright, yeah, okay, I'll hit that cruiser. Anything for you, Admiral. Looks like we have a friendly battleship laying into him as well. She may be dead by the time I get there. I don't think there's much point me bombing her. But I'll go into a dive anyway. Alright, there we go. Ah, but this would be the perfect time to dive on the Hermes. She is really moving in on us. Come on, planes, turn hard. Ah, she's gone into cover. We have a reasonable idea of where she is, mind you. I don't know if that'll help me very much. Let's try a dive and see if we spot her. I don't see a damn thing. Well, I might as well drop some bombs. You never know, maybe I'll hit something. Didn't hit a damn thing. Alright. Oh yeah, there is indeed a battleship headed my way. Look at that. Alright, I'm going to swing down to A5 behind the mountain. And I'm going to go after that fellow with torpedoes. I don't... Sammy's asking, do I have a gramophone in the shed? You picture me listening to ancient records on it. And did I autopilot my carrier? You know what? I keep forgetting you can autopilot them. I was just saying at the start of the stream, someone taught me that you can totally autopilot them. As you can see right now, I'm forgetting that you can do that. And I'm piloting it manually. I got to remember, when did they add that feature? Was it always there and no one ever told me it was there? Anyway. No, I don't have a record player. I was thinking of picking one up at some point. But the other thing is, I don't have a lot of room in here to add stuff. It's not like it's a 12x7 shed, but half of it is still like a workshop. I want to build another work shed at some point. There's a Campbelltown here, by the way, that has no health, and he's headed straight for me. He'll be able to see me pretty soon. But a record player is a pretty big thing. what I do have is a lot of books. And I do have a couple of nice old playlists that I can share at some point in Fubar 2000, which is a lot of old wartime music and stuff. It's quite tricky to find good music from the 30s that, like... Oh, I just didn't fire quite far enough. Like, you can find a lot of wartime music online, a lot of, like, ooh, Hitler's bad, blah, 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 blah. You know, like a lot of wartimey tunes from the early 40s and things. But I like a lot of, like, 30s music, and it's harder to find the, like, non-war related music, if that makes sense. Like, you just want to hear, like, I just want to hear, like, mid-30s British, like, you know, what was popular at the time. It's relaxing, it's nice. But it's a lot harder to find that because everyone's all about, like, oh no, we want to hear the wartime music. Does that make sense? My sofa isn't massive. In fact, if anything, it's problematically small. It's a love seat, basically. It's big enough for 2 people, but, like, I'm a pretty big person, so it's big enough for me and 1 small person, basically. It's comfortable enough, but it's only really truly comfortable for 1 person and just barely comfortable enough for 2. Yeah. But no, I have a pretty big workbench in here, and eventually when I do build another space to work in, I can move the workbench out, and that's as big as a 3-seater sofa. That's a big workbench. And then maybe I could put some more stuff in. But yeah. I don't have a record player at the moment. Shame. I think I'm going to hit him this time with both of those. Yeah, there we go. There we go. The Admiral got the kill. Very good, very good. And I reckon I'm safe at this point. We don't know where their destroyer is, actually. The one that was near me, I think, got sunk. But just in case, I will keep moving. Maybe at half speed. I have a couple of torpedoes left. Let's go out and... maybe I'll try and go after their aircraft carrier. I am worried about this destroyer, though. You know what? I'll do a flyover of their base. Maybe I'll spot their destroyer on the way. I wish you could see torpedoes on the minimap. You know, because if he's firing torpedoes... Ah, there we go. We got some torpedoes going for the Admiral, so he's over here. He's going for the Admiral instead of me. Let's just highlight for the other player in the game that he is there. Because we do have a friendly destroyer who's taking on their aircraft carrier, but we also have a friendly battleship. Here he is. He's under me. I can't torpedo him from here, sadly. I can try and swing round and dive down, but I doubt I'm going to hit anything. I'm very bad at hitting destroyers with torpedoes. But it is just this guy left. At least everyone knows where he is. Where do we think he's going to go? I reckon he's going to swing left. That wasn't the best shot. Alright, he's headed for me, isn't he? Oh, he's headed for the base, even. How intriguing.
Support the Allied target.
No, I want to highlight the base, please. I wish... I'm literally hovering over the base icon with my cursor and nothing. Alright. You know what? Let's try this map thing out. Let's try this map steering. I want to see how it works. So I've launched my planes. I want to get them generally going in the right direction. This will be the first time I've ever tried this. You open the map, and then you say, hey, ship, I want you to go there. Oh, I have to hold it. All right. Look at that! It's got a little course thingy and everything. And he did a little voice thing about auto... Oh, look on the minimap in the top left. You can see the course. Ah, that's cool, man. Anyway, yeah, I'm not getting rid of my sofa. This is comfortable. Where would I sit? Oh, well, we know where he is. Okay, I was slowing down to search for him, but...
Attention, defending the base is our primary objective.
This is true, but where precisely is he? Circling the smoke, trying to spot him. Is he still in the smoke?
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
He's gonna capture the base. You'd think I'd be able to see him. Usually if you go right overhead of a guy, even when he's in smoke, you can see him in the planes, you know? Oh, wait, where is he? Where is he? There he is. You notice he didn't have his anti-air on until he finally saw that I was just circling the shit out of him. That won't hit, I don't think. Ooh, just technically defended the base, but just almost scratched him on the bottom. Why autopilot mode disabled? No disable. Alright, I'm going to turn towards the base. Because I want him to engage me. And not... Wait, hang on. Did the autopilot go off again? Stop doing that. I just turned it on. Oh, no, it is on. Okay. I want him to come and kill me. I'm a nice, juicy target. If he stays in... There we go. He's left. He's left the base coming towards me. And he can see me now. Good. 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 Oh, he's moving a bit faster than I'm used to. I don't really bomb destroyers. I'm used to, like, things moving at cruiser speeds and battleship speeds. So I'm always aiming too far back. I need to try and get better at that. And aim at least one ship's length ahead of him. That was too far forward, wasn't it? Man, I am not good at this. But at least he's engaging me now, and that gives the rest of my team a chance to catch up. There is a friendly destroyer coming this way. I'm more than happy with letting him sink me if it means saving the team. Alright, so he's going to swing left. That's never going to hit him. Man, I mean, I am bad at the worst of times hitting these guys. Wait, hang on. Can I tell my ship where to go? Do a hard left. I want to go back to my ship, and I want to fire, and I want to fly. Okay, it's not just when you get manually control, but as you point out, it's when I physically aim something, you know? Oh, that's a bad torpedo hit. Yep, he got me. Even though I started turning, it was clearly too late. I'm assuming that our team can take out one destroyer, you know? He's not really moving yet, so what if I hit him there? Alright, I actually hit him this time, because he was not moving too much. I guess this is good practice. Every time I miss, I learn something, you know? About, like, oh, I should have aimed here, or I should have aimed there. And I'm getting a little bit better. Like, that was really close. Like, I almost hit him that time, you know? I would never normally be engaging destroyers with planes. I usually go after the battleships and cruisers and stuff. But seeing as he's the only guy left, I really don't have much of a choice. Oh, that was way too far ahead. Because he didn't... I was expecting him to turn. If he'd turned, that would have been fine. Alright, well, that's it for me. I'm done. I just got to watch the rest of the team now. Let's pull up the destroyer. Oh, he's almost dead. Our destroyer is screwed. The Admiral doesn't look much better either. 1 minute. All our team has to do is survive for 1 minute and we've won. 1 minute. That's it. But our whole team are here now. I don't know. Can that destroyer sink everyone in a minute? That guy is seal clubbing. You kids with your crazy drug terms. I have no idea what seal clubbing means. I mean, I understand the concept. There are some cultures who literally beat seals to death. It's pretty disgusting as a way of hunting animals. But I don't know what you mean. Oh, that's some good tea. Oh. Torpedoing the enemy and running away? Staying stealthy? Well, okay, you're going to have to explain that. What? Okay, so seal clubbing is like when you take a club and you hit a seal. Okay, I understand that. How does that relate to like what I do in my kamikaze, where I'm like stealthy, firing torpedoes, trying not to be spotted? What's the connection? I'm curious. Well, how do we get from A to B? Good job, everyone. GG's all round. Like, I'm not judging. I love the, like, etymology of phrases or whatever the term is. I love understanding how we get from A to B with some sayings. A veteran player playing low tiers to wreck newbies. Oh, I see. Interesting. Seal clubbing. Okay, I can kind of see it. Basically, because seals are kind of, innocent and defenseless, and the people that actually kill them are horrible people, and they're like, okay, I understand. I'm with it now. I get it. I understand. Maybe he could have just been pretty good. I don't know. Good old... but I don't do that. That's not what I do in my kamikaze. When I take my kamikaze out, I'm not a veteran player playing low tiers to wreck newbies. I just take it out because it's a fun ship to play. I never look at tiers, really. I don't really look at the numbers. Like, I guess my whole show was a 3, but I don't think of it as a 3. I think of it as the aircraft carrier I really enjoy playing. You know what I mean? Right. What have we not really done much of today? I took an aircraft carrier out just now. We've done some battleships. I guess I've not done much cruisering. I like my Leander. I like my Emerald. Should I play something I'm actually leveling up, to progress? That's probably a good move. Why else would a player with a 16/4 commander play a tier 3 TT boat? I don't know what the 16/4 means. I'm guessing that's how leveled up he is. But my guess would be because he likes that boat. Kind of like how I like the Cherbourg or something. Or, you know what else I like? I like the... if you want to talk about low-level ships that I like, just briefly, I like... Let's just look at the lower 3 tiers. I really like the Phoenix. It's a really fun ship to play. I like the Hosho. That's a fun aircraft carrier to play. The Milwaukee is fun because it's got so many bristling guns. It's basically a St. Louis. I think that's mainly it. And then there's probably some 4s. I guess there must be a couple of 4s I like to play. The Omaha's a fun ship. The Kamikaze, obviously. You get a lot of good ships here, like the Mutsuki and but the Emerald's fun to play. I like the Emerald. And so on. So yeah, just some ships are fun, right? That's the way I see it. I'm going to take the Fiji out because I'm leveling it up, apparently. But yeah, I see what you mean. I get you. I understand. I totally get that there are people who do that. Absolutely. Yeah. That's one thing I like about games that do it well. Like the old Halo games had really good matchmaking, like 9 times out of 10, where it would be good skill-based matchmaking. There were no divisions or anything. It was you just say, I would like to play this game in this mode, please. And it was pretty good at putting you with people who were at your skill level. You look at something like Reach, you did slowly over time level up your character, so you could always tell when someone had played a lot of the game because they would have a higher number. But that's not why they were thrown in the bucket with you. The system was in the background, had some kind of skill calculations, which were usually pretty good. Sometimes, I think, on days when there weren't enough players, they would dump you into a match with people far superior to your skill, or far inferior. It could go either way. But generally, it worked well. I miss Halo's matchmaking and stuff. I don't know how it works in this game. Obviously there's a certain bias because, as you point out, like, certain people will stay away from certain tiers. Like, for me, I don't care. I could play a 3 or a 7, and to me, they're the same. It just depends on what ship it is. And, like, to me, the difference is the technological era, right? Because the lower tier ships tend to be the older ships with older guns and less tech and less modernity, whereas the later stuff, you get the kind of more modern ships. To me, that's the difference. But to other people, they might be like, oh yes, no, I wouldn't touch the low tiers, for I am a high tier player, or whatever. I don't know. But in Halo, you're all just equal. Everyone just looks like the Master Chef. Well, Halo 3. You could choose... in Halo 3, you could, if you went through a load of hoops, you could unlock the recon armor. But other than that, everyone just looked like the Master Chief. Or you could look like an elite. You could choose to look like a Covenant guy. And that was fun too. Yeah, nice level playing field. That was fun. Anyway, let's read the old chat. You guys are having a good chat. See, we have some professionals here chatting with each other. I may not be particularly good at the game, but these guys in chat actually know what they're talking about, so you should listen to them. They're talking about clubbing seals. That's a great phrase. Reminds me of when I learned what the phrase twink meant in World of Warcraft, because back then, it's interesting, just so interesting how so many different phrases pop up in video games, you know. The Admiral here, who's playing with me today, the Admiral plays EVE Online, and he must have some interesting... There must be some interesting terms that they use in that game. I'd love to hear some at some point. You can either drop them in chat if you're in the chat, or like just tell me, and I will bring them up on the next stream or something. But there must be some really interesting things that people name things. You know, like slang terms, like how these guys are talking about seal clubbing. That's not a phrase that appears in the game, but it's a phrase that the community have kind of invented and use. I'd love to know some of those phrases, but for EVE Online, that would be really interesting. All right, where am I going? What's going on? The British are here. I think I'll follow the Admiral. Where is he? What's he in anyway? An Algier. Hang on a minute. That doesn't sound very British. The French have been spotted.
Attention, support that target.
I'm getting silly now. I mean, we're 3 hours into the stream. You don't expect seriousness. I'm going to swing around and follow you, Admiral. Don't worry. I'm just going to try and not hit you, and then I'll swing around. Look at that. Ships in the night. We're doing a little dance. Sail straight to B, cap it, and sink the destroyers. And that's, you know what? That's potentially doable in this ship. Depends how many battleships you've got bearing down on you. But this ship is maneuverable. It has some good guns. The reload is real fast. And she can shoot out of her ass just as easy as her bow, really. So, alright, I'm going to follow the Admiral. I did say I would. I've perhaps swung a bit too close to the enemy here, but hey-ho. Oh, you know what? Admiral, I was going to go with you, but this battleship asked me for help, and realistically, it's 2 battleships on that side of the map with no other assistance, so yeah, I will go help. Because you've got 2 battleships and 2 cruisers where you are. You should be alright. Who was it that asked for help? It was the Amagi. Alright, I'll head over that way. Ooh, is someone firing on me? Oh, that might have just been the Admiral having a good time. I just saw a bunch of rounds land. Rounds? Shells? I guess. Alright. What do we got? Nebraska and Asturias. Okay. Wow. I'm not keeping up with chat, but I'm just imagining someone having played 20,000 games. That's dedication. But then, like, this game's been out for years, so that's not a crazy number to reach. You know what I mean? If someone plays this game and this is their favorite, you know, kind of relaxation game, and they play it a fair amount. Am I being torpedoed? No, the Connecticut's being torpedoed. All right. Okay. Come on, there must be someone we can shoot at back here. I might actually... I don't know if you guys were being serious about capturing C. There is an enemy destroyer in C, but I might actually legitimately rock up here, turn on my sonar, and try and shoot this guy. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to win, but I'll try it. I don't know, what's the range of my sonar? Sonar 4.2. Do I have any real understanding of what that is? Let's just turn it on now. Maybe I'll spot the guy. Nah, he's not close enough. I don't want to rock out there too hard. Let me see, I do have some torpedoes. I don't want to get too close, but I guess I am getting too close. Alright, someone's seen me, and it's this guy. Alright, first off, a couple of torpedoes just in the general direction. And let's just lay into him a little bit before we turn away. Alright, he's gone. Let's leave. We're good. There is a cruiser behind him. Actually, why leave? Why not turn in? Let's just swing around. Those torpedoes are going to hit sweet F-all, but that's okay. They might... No. That cruiser's way back there. You know what? I like the Fiji. It's got sonar. Oh, we're being torpedoed. I didn't even notice. Look at that. I don't think we're going to... We might just be able to avoid one of them. Or both. There we go. We just avoided both of them, I think. Yeah. It's funny. I have to actually hit the brakes here to let them go past so I can turn. That guy seems to be torpedoing our Connecticut instead. Okay. Still being targeted by someone, apparently. I've got that one up there, which I suspect means I'm spotted by someone, right? No, it's gone away. That's weird. Alright, let's see if we can go out to sea. He's not coming for me, though, is he? Not this time. Anyway, I like this ship. It's got sonar, it's got smoke, it's got heels, it's maneuverable, it's got, like, single-barrel torpedoes. It's got a lot going for it, you know? Alright, okay. I wouldn't normally do this, but you know what? Their aircraft carrier is right back there. Like, I could potentially get to it. I'm not going to. I'm going to play it somewhat safe. And that involves... I was going to stop, but frankly, their aircraft carrier might be trying to bomb me, thinking I'm going after him. So I need to keep maneuvering. And look, here come some torpedoes as well. So I'm just going to keep moving, because look, he's definitely going to torpedo me. He thinks I'm going after him because I'm really close to him, and to be honest, I considered it for a split second. But, no thank you. Ah, look, we've got torpedoes coming from somewhere else. Ooh, Figments followed me. Nice. That's a really good username, Figments. You'd think someone would have taken that name, wouldn't you? That's a really good one. That gets me to 90, by the way. That's quite the milestone. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And here's the Hampshire, who I was mostly trying to avoid. I'm really just trying to stick around in here long enough to capture the area. Then I will more than happily go after someone. That said, we do have the Nebraska here. I really didn't want to drive towards her. We're getting bombed. The one time I kind of turned away... Nah, we're going to have to just lay smoke and chill for a bit, I think. We're just going to have to rethink our decisions because we have the aircraft carrier on us. We've got whatever's over here firing torpedoes at us. And one of them hit. We've got the fucking battleship and that cruiser all on us at the same time. And I'm not going to be able to hide, am I? Let's just send an SOS. I don't expect to survive, to be fairly honest with you. It's funny because the aircraft carrier is like right there. I just can't get to her. I'm just being engaged by too much stuff. I'm not entirely sure what our Connecticut's doing here besides getting slaughtered. Yeah, I'm pretty screwed. I could probably hide in the smoke a little bit for a short time, but the rest of my team, except for this one battleship buddy of mine here, the Amagi, the rest of my team are far, far away. Yeah, they're just randomly dropping torpedoes now. Alright, I think... Do I just go for it? Do I just have a go? I'm sorry I'm not reading the chat here, Figments. I see you've been chatting. It's gotten a bit hectic here. It's gotten a little bit hectic. Turn on my sonar. That does detect her at least. I know we're probably pretty screwed here, and I'm worried about them dropping all these torpedoes. I'm probably going to die here, but screw it, you know. Screw it. Maybe I'll get a couple of shots off at her on the way. See, that cruiser's just parked back there doing nothing but waiting for me to rock up. Yeah. It's kind of funny. That guy just parked up here, just defending the aircraft carrier. And that's kind of clever. You don't normally see people camping an area like that. Normally people will just piss off. You reckon I'll hit her? I don't think so. She was probably turning. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Maybe she isn't turning, actually. No, she's just moving forward. I assumed she'd be accelerating, which is why I fired this one to the left. But at least I hit her. At least I did that. All right, let me take a moment to just read the chat here, lest you think I'm rude and ignoring you. Yeah, Figments, I am surprised that the username was available. You know, that's a good username, especially when you think about, like, I don't know when you signed up for Twitch, but you think about all the years that people have had the opportunity. It's so difficult these days to get a good username on any service, right? Because everyone else has had years to come up with the same ideas. You think you've got, I've come up with a really cool name. Oh, no, it's been taken. Oh, how about this? Oh, no, it's been taken. Do you remember that episode of Futurama with poplars? It's exactly that problem. For those who don't know, that episode was surrounded the idea that the team came up with a new product. It was a food thing. And they needed to give it a name. And so they went to the copyright office to copyright a name. And there were literally only 2 words left that were possible to copyright in the entire English language. So they picked poplars. But yeah, it's a problem. All right, what do we got here? The sprightly discussion going on in chat. High tiers suck donkey balls. Well, you heard it first here from Sammy. We'll put that on your gravestone. Oh, thank you, Figments. See, Figments thinks I'm good. We do have fun. We do have fun. All right. We're almost 3.5 hours in. I'll call it pretty soon here. I will call it pretty soon. Let's try and keep things interesting. Yeah, I'm going to pick another cruiser. What am I going to pull out, though? What was that? I never look at the tiers. That was a 6. What about the Emil Bertin? I know I'm butchering the names. Have I not finished leveling it up? It's pretty close, though. Huh. Yeah, why don't I whip her out? I like this ship. It's been so long, really, I forget why I like her, but I remember having some good matches in this thing. For those who are new, and yeah, Figments, I think Figments said that their name in the game is the same as their username here, maybe. For those who don't know, I stream on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I might swap some of the schedule up at some point, maybe add a weekend day, I'm not sure. But at the moment, Tuesday is Helldivers, Wednesdays is, I don't know, it's either World of Tanks or Vintage Story. I'm really into Vintage Story at the moment. Winter is coming in that game, and that's going to be fun. And then Thursdays is Warships, which is good fun. Yeah, good fun. I'm running out of words now. Take a moment to just have a little silence. The cardinal sin of radio, silence. Silence. The Kotovsky. Why would I be uninstalling and selling my Xbox? I tell you what, as I said earlier on in the stream, this game is coming to PC on May the 4th. So a couple of weeks from now. Which is great, because the frame rate and resolution on the Xbox not great. But I'm still going to have to keep my Xbox around, because World of Tanks console. Still going to have to play that on console. It's the only reason I keep it around. Although I was thinking of pulling my Xbox 360 out to play some Rock Band. I don't know if it's backwards compatible. Can I play Rock Band on the Xbox One with all of my DLC and run off the disc and things? I don't know, maybe. Maybe it's backwards compatible. I don't know. Alright, what the hell am I driving? The Emil Burton. Okay. She's a fine vessel. Look at her. A good looking ship. Why, thank you. Oh, this map. Oh, this map's the really interesting one with the little, like you can kind of spot the enemy but can't really shoot them through that hole. I'm going to go left here. Or actually, well, the Admiral's going right. Maybe I'll go with the Admiral. I don't know. You know, I didn't go with the Admiral last time, so I'll do it this time. It's quite tricky as a torpedo destroyer when I'm over there, like, in this kind of vicinity, because essentially this is one big wall that protects the enemy. And then also these are various like big walls. So when you're down here trying to torpedo people up here, there are very few windows you can really hit, even if you can see the enemy, to actually torpedo them until they get to this side of the wall. So it's often quite a tricky one. This guy is going to bomb me. Of all of the ships in the game, why am I always the one getting picked on? Why is it always me? Aha, you missed. The Emil Burton lives to die another day. This is no time to die. On Her Majesty's Secret Service. You only died twice. Goldfinger. What do you need support for, Kodowski? I mean, yeah. Oh, because everyone else is pissing off. Yeah, that's a good point. Lads, where you going? You leaving us two in the lurch over here. Alright. Alright. Oh, you had some teeth removed. On purpose, I hope, and not just like, oh, I woke up and I don't have as many teeth anymore. You know when you're a child, that happens. You ever had one of your teeth kicked out while you were swimming? I remember I was obviously very little because I was losing my milk teeth. And I was swimming. I was at the swimming baths, and the kid in front of me, I guess I got too close to him, and he kicked me in the face, you know, while he was swimming. And I felt something in my mouth, and it felt bigger than it really was. And I thought I'd bitten his toe off. I thought, because his foot had gone into my mouth, you know, so I thought, oh, Jesus, I've just bitten this kid's toe off. And afterwards I found out, nope, just he kicked one of my teeth out. Alright, so. Well, good luck to you. Where are you from, Figments? In this country, it's really hard to find like an NHS doctor that will take you these days. I want to shoot this guy. Hang on, let me get my guns in. I'm going to swing around and keep engaging him, seeing as he's gotten a little too close to us here. There should be a destroyer and a cruiser and me, all of whom can engage him. He seems to have figured out his mistake and he's turning, what, towards us? Oh, I'm intrigued. He's really going for it. Wish I'd brought my guns around sooner. I didn't think he was going to come around the corner. I really didn't think he was going to do that. But here we go. We got the guns on him now. Lord Storm. I guess I'm in a high explosive mood. Oh, yeah, he's panicking a little bit. He's crashing. I feel bad for him. I don't like killing people who are like... I know we have to win, but this guy's in a really bad position. He came around that corner and just got wrecked by all of us. I feel bad. Because that's usually me. It's a shame. It's always a shame. But he does have to die. So... Yep, there he goes. Alright. I'm going to swing about. How you doing there, Admiral? You seem to be getting the shit kicked out of you. You get into cover behind this island where that guy just died and we'll do something about your enemies. Who's engaging you? Is it those guys in B or that battleship back there? Or all of the above? You know what? This aircraft carrier is not safe on this side of the map.
Get back.
Yeah, he should definitely move back. Oh, it was those lads. Alright. They're nowhere near torpedoable. Okay. There is a badly damaged Izokaze over here that we have a very mild chance of killing before he goes around the corner. That was a really bad shot. That was a terrible shot. Maybe I can do that thing that some people do where they fire over the hill. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll work. It's unlikely. What else have we got here? Ah, I'm going to crash, aren't I? Alright. I did press the fire torpedo button. Didn't really work, though. Alright, I'm doing a little 3-point turn here, but I'm going to engage the Cordoba. Set him on fire. Put a volley of torpedoes out to discourage him from going forwards, because I'd rather he reversed. We're in some trouble here. We got these battleships coming up on our arse here. We need to not be here, basically. I really wanted to go behind this island and get away, but I'm going to try and do that. Oh, here comes some torpedoes. Hopefully they don't hit you. I'm going to... it's tricky to decide what to do here. Yeah, Boats is coming to Steam on May the 4th. Or rather, not just Boats, but World of Warships Legends. This game, the console game, not the PC game. And I know it's weird, and I know you're thinking to yourself, why? And I'm not really sure. Sorry there, Admiral. I am going to try and get real close. I'm not going the way you're going because there are 2 battleships over there. I'm going to try and get up to this edge and engage the Core Dobdy. He's probably going to torpedo me. He's detected me. I need to slow down for a moment. Yeah, he's going to torpedo me, sadly. See, because I slowed down, none of those torpedoes hit. But I also needed to get moving again, so I'm maneuverable. I don't want to get tricked by any more torpedoes. Oh, he's crashed. His instinct is going to be to reverse. Let's swing around. He's in trouble, but he could still get the drop on me here. Depends if he has any more torpedoes, or if mine are going to miss. Alright, one of them hit. Okay. The Admiral died while I wasn't looking. Although, to be fair, last time I saw the Admiral, he was turning towards 2 enemy battleships. What was that? An Izuchi and a New York. Whoa, it's getting windy here. Oh, interesting. I don't see us winning. I don't see us winning this one. I could maybe try and capture B while their battleships are busy slaughtering our aircraft carrier. But I just don't see it. I've been spotted by someone. I imagine I'm going to get behind these islands. I imagine it's their destroyer who's up there somewhere after sinking our aircraft carrier. Wait, oh no, our aircraft carrier's down here. God, the brain is frazzling at this point. The brain is frazzling. The problem is B doesn't have a lot in the way of cover and I don't have smoke. There is one little island I could potentially hide behind. Maybe. But also, it seems like I'm being torpedoed. Not good. I don't think I'll avoid these. Nah. Oh look! Their aircraft carrier's up here. What the hell's he doing up here? No wonder they want to torpedo me. I wasn't going after their aircraft carrier. And he's out of range as well. What's the range of my torpedoes? 7.5. Yeah, I'm screwed. I had no idea their aircraft carrier was here, so I wasn't prepared for them to get so violent with me. And I just have nothing. I could fire my guns at this guy, but I can't steer anymore. Yeah, no support's coming. This is the end for me. Might as well send out a little good game. It's a pity. I was just going to go up here and capture B, hopefully hiding behind that island a little bit. I was in no way prepared to engage their aircraft carrier. Here come the bombs to finish me off. That wasn't a particularly good bomb hit. Hang on, I'm moving again. Oh, hell yeah. Sorry, I've missed most of the chat, but I just read chicken noodle soup. Nice. I am hungry. After this stream, I'm going to go make some lunch. Or like, it's 4:30. Is it really lunch at this point? I'm never going to catch the Rhine. Like, she's too far away to torpedo. Ah, see, the Izuyuchi caught up. They must have finished killing off our aircraft carrier. Yeah. Oh, well. One more match, eh? One more. I made some really good chili the other day. I don't have anyone to share it with, sadly, but it's really good chili. A lot of beef, a lot of chorizo. What ship do I whip out? It's like a big old battleship. What have I not pulled out today that I like? Which of these ships do I like that I've not pulled out? I mean, what about that? Which one am I leveling up? Is it the King George I'm still leveling up? It is, yeah. I'm not saying I'm amazing in this ship or anything. I had a really good game the other day where I got over 100,000 damage and I was really pleased with myself. But that was just luck of the draw, really. Equally as often, I get obliterated instantly in this thing, so we'll see. Yeah, that chili was good. I have so much of it, and because I have no one to share it with, some of it I had to freeze into portions. So I've got plenty of emergency backup chili. Chicken noodle soup, though, that's really good when you're sick. Yeah, you were in that match, weren't you? Yeah, that was a good one. I think it went really well for you. I barely noticed, in a way, because it's so hard to tell what your teammates are doing on the other side of the map. Oh, yeah, I remember. I put really ugly camo on this because I thought it would be hilarious. Yep. Yep. You talk about ugly camo, Sammy. What do you think of this one? Yeah, Fall Guy did get sunk immediately in that battle, but it happens sometimes. I think you were both in destroyers, and sometimes you just get unlucky, you know? I don't mean to advertise myself too heavily, which is probably something I should be doing more if I'm streaming, but Figments, if you want to share a picture of that chicken noodle soup, we have a whole Discord. Yeah, Figments. So, in 1 month, on the 4th of May, this game, World of Warships Legends, the console game, is being ported to PC. So you would be able to do, and it's a free-to-play game. So if you wanted to play it with us, it will be on Steam, it will be on the Microsoft Store, and hell, this game is even on mobile. You can play it on your phone. No kidding. You know what? Let's have a look. There's no one in this match who's on their phone because their username would be a bunch of numbers. But yeah, you can totally... This thing's on everything, practically. It's not on Switch, as we were discussing earlier, but it's on everything else. So I'm hoping that... Like, because right now this thing's running at probably about 30 FPS on my old console. I'm hoping it runs at a real nice, just solid 60 or something. Alright, I am going to swing across the top of the map and try to just set people on fire and stay out of the primary firing line. I'm going to try and not get too close to the enemy. I'm going to try and not be the guy everyone's focusing on, even though somehow they all smell the weakness in me and they all like to kill me first. So I'm going to pull back a little, try not to be the guy at the front, you know? I'm going to try to stay back a bit. I'm stealthy. I'm in a stealthy battleship. Battleships known for being stealthy. Right, guys? May the 4th. Yeah, it's so weird that they decided to bring this game to PC, not to be mistaken with the original PC game, but Legends. This is Legends. It's weird that they're bringing it out on Star Wars Day, isn't it? I mean, look, it's not an official, state holiday or anything, but it's a bit weird, right? Because everyone's going to be watching whatever the Star Wars announcements are that day, I assume. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking that, right? I was thinking maybe they're doing it because they want to wrap up a Star Wars collaboration at the same time. And I wouldn't put it past them. I absolutely would not put it past Disney to do a little deal with these guys to... I mean, come on, we've had Star Trek and a bunch of other stuff. Like, I could absolutely believe some kind of Star Wars thing. It could just be a coincidence. But yeah, there's a bajillion different Star Wars-y things you could put in this game. So many different like commander voices and skins for ships and blah blah blah. There's so much you could do. I mean, earlier on today we saw the frickin' Enterprise. Alright, I know I said I wanted to, you know, not be on the front line, but I feel like there's no combat at all going on back here. It looks like the enemy are mostly headed to the other side of the map the same way we are. There is a destroyer down here that's fighting the Yukikaze over here, and it's not going well for him. But he is providing the screening needed, and he's capturing C. Sammy would be proud. Yeah, man, a cloaking device. Can you imagine? Alright, looks like the Admiral's turning in somewhat, getting a bit closer. That's not a terrible idea, because even if I could see the enemies, they do seem to be out of my range. I am still going to head... I'm not going to capture B, because, what am I, crazy? Sit my battleship in B? That looks like it would be really, really, really stupid. But, you know what? What if we drove through C, and I'm just assuming that their destroyer's going to die, and then we could shoot them in the arse as they drive that way. Like, if I bring my guns to the starboard side, the Admiral's headed towards C anyway. That might be his plan. Like, imagine shooting this Vanguard in the arse as he's driving towards everyone else. Our guys do seem to be being pushed back quite heavily, though. They don't seem to be doing well over there, so maybe we can do something. I'm a little bit behind you. I'm trying to catch up, but it's going to take me a while. So maybe don't go full pelt outside, you know, round that island. Because if you do, suddenly you might have their whole fleet's guns on you, and I don't think you'd last very long. At least we temporarily have this destroyer out here spotting for us. But he's chasing the other destroyer. There are 3 destroyers. 2 of them are near A, or at least they were last time we saw them. I have to imagine they're still there. But I don't like that one of them is here somewhere, and that this guy has lost him. For all we know, he's coming up behind us. He might have shook him and then got round the back, because it seems like he can't find them. I don't know. I'm looking at the mini-map. He can't find this other destroyer. Oh, there he is. Good, good. He's in a safe location. Wait, what's his username? Titty Twister 867. All right. At least you know Microsoft didn't come up with that one itself. Ah, a cloaking device in real life. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe there's some kind of outfit you could wear that makes people just ignore you. You know what? You want a cloaking device in life? It's not really a cloaking device, because everyone will notice you, but everyone will avoid you. If you wear, like, a lanyard with an ID tag on it and hold a clipboard, when you go out in public, everyone will avoid you. They will they'll cross the road to avoid being near you, because they don't want you to stop them and ask them to donate to a charity or something. It doesn't make you invisible, but you'll avoid all social interaction. What do you think? There's my plan. Anyone who lives in Manchester will know Market Street is rife with every person down there trying to hand you a flyer or sell something or do a survey or convert you to their religion or something. There's some really nice buskers down there, which can be fun. Actually, the best buskers are usually outside of Piccadilly Gardens. There's this guy with the drums who's pretty good. But whenever you go down Market Street, the amount of times you have to just tell people, like, nope, not interested, nope, please go away, nope, no thank you, no. Alright, Vanguard. He's just at the edge of my range, but I might hit him, maybe. I think he's moving a bit faster than I thought he was, actually. I wanted to try and hit him, and I couldn't really fire any further. Well, they know where I am now. I'm just going to have to turn in. I'm not in a brawling mood, not in this ship. I want to set people on fire, but everyone buggered off. I kind of expected someone to fight us on this side of the map, but they all just left. We are going to capture B, Admiral. We're going to capture B, because no one's here. There's sweet F all people here, so I'm going to capture it on the way over to A, it looks like. I'm not intending to. I didn't plan on it, but I really don't think I'm going to hit this guy. Well, I don't know. He's kind of stopped. Vanguard looks like he's barely moving. I got a few shots off. I'm worried about this destroyer, though. Our destroyer's still alive and well. There we go, set him on fire. But I don't know where their destroyer is. I don't want to be that guy who says I need intelligence, but I just want the team to know that there's a guy I'm looking for and I don't know where he is, you know? I want them to be aware of that. I'm in potentially a bad way. Going down this really tight corridor doesn't give me a lot of room to maneuver if there are torpedoes coming towards me, you know what I mean? And it gives great opportunities for a destroyer to hide and jump out at me. But, I mean, who cares? It's a video game, so what if I die? Who cares, right? We're having a good time. Hang on a minute, Sammy. Who's the best player in the world? That's me, right? No, you said I was the best streamer. I don't walk around with a scroll of parchment and a quill. It's a pocket book. It's a pocket. It's a little. I don't usually spend fancy money on paper and stuff, but it's a Moleskine book. You know that nice brand? Like, they're not super pricey, but they're good quality. Moleskine's really good if you want a pocket book. And I have a little pocket calendar book, and it's great because one side of on every double page, the left page is oh, good job, someone sucked that guy. Nice. The left page is the week, you know, the calendar week little diary thing, so you can make notes. But the right hand page is all just lined. It's just lines, so it's like a notebook, so you can write as much as you want. Because that was always my problem with calendar stuff, calendar books and diaries, is there's never enough room to write down what you want. And it's always the case of I need to write a big thing down for like Monday and nothing for the rest of the week or whatever. But it never gives me the space to do that, so this is very useful. And the other really useful thing about it, the calendar side with the days of the week isn't lined, right? It's blank, so it's like little blank boxes. But the paper is thin enough that you can actually you can just about see the lines, like comfortably so, from the other page on the other side, which means that you can use it like a lined section, or you can use it like a blank section, and it's just such good design, and the paper feels nice, and the book is nice. Yeah. Well, it's handy, Sammy, because if I make plans with someone, or if there's something I need to do on a particular day, I'll forget, unless I have it written on a calendar or something, you know? I'll just forget. I like to think, that's the thing with people with ADHD, is we think to ourselves, oh, I'll definitely remember that. Oh, no, I won't need to write it down or be reminded. I'll remember, totally. We are constantly obsessed with... we're constantly tricking ourselves into thinking we have a great memory, because in a way we do, but in a way we absolutely don't. And so just admitting that a calendar is important is so handy. Or if you just need to make a quick note, hey, this destroyer here is screwed, but I don't have the... I'm not going to be able to reload fast enough. We better watch out here. We're getting pretty laid on thick with battleships here. Admiral, if you're able to carry on hitting the Picard, I'll hit the North Carolina. We need to end these guys pretty rapidly. Damn, some of my fire did not hit where I wanted it to. We could potentially win this, but at the same time, they could get a couple of real big blasts in and just obliterate us. They're focusing hard on me right now. Should I be swapping from flamey rounds? Oh, Carolina's gone. Alright, good. The Iowa's, is she showing her broadside off to us? She is. Oh, you've hit my... You know what? Let's use all of my abilities. Why not? Alright, hopefully they're going to focus on me and not you, Admiral. You can do a lot of fire while I literally set fires. I want them to focus on me, because you can probably punch harder than I can. I'm going to have to turn into them in a moment, though, because getting broadsided like this sucks. I just want to get one more hit with my arse gun off. Alright. See if I can turn in now. That Iowa really hits hard. We've got our destroyers moving in on either side of these enemies, which is hopefully going to help us out. The Picardy's got her secondaries on me now as well. Looks like the Iowa's still pissed. Oh, at you. Yeah. Alright, good day, Picardy. Good day. Okay. Alright. This was a good last match. I love it, Admiral. Yeah, my phone has a calendar and reminders, but I don't always have my phone on me. And it's just like it's so much quicker to pull out a piece of paper and write something down than it is to pull out your phone, unlock your phone, go find the calendar app, open the calendar app, start typing things in. You know, if you want to draw little diagrams and things. Plus, if you don't have your phone on you, or if you're in a location where it's not as advantageous. I don't know. I don't have my phone on me right now, for example. It's in an entirely different room to where I am. But I do have my... No, I don't have my calendar. That's also somewhere else. Plus, you know, I'm trying to get away from technology a little bit. I spend enough time on my phone. I might as well, you know, get away from it a bit. Anywho. Alright, I'm going to get slaughtered, so it's all up to you, Admiral. He's definitely going to kill me because he knows he's got me. He knows it. Best I can do is start 1 or 2 fires here. We're going to win on points, as long as all 3 of you guys don't die. But he's definitely about to send his next big volley my way. Alright. I got 500 health points. At this point, his frickin' secondaries can finish me off. Well, it was good knowing you. Ooh, our destroyers are really trying to lay into him. Look at that. He's not even aiming his guns at me anymore. That's a mistake. He probably knows his secondaries can finish me off. But my good sir, I can set many's afire. God save the Queen. Alright, it's all on you now. Oh, he's not even moving. And there we go. Must have been reloading his guns. Have I seen the companies selling old Blackberries with new internals? No, but that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Huh. I have been looking at like dumb phones and that kind of thing. I'm not actively looking for a fax machine. I was just like, I was thinking about it, you know? Thinking about it. The problem with having a fax machine is you have to get ink for it, right? And it's like a mechanical thing that is going to give you trouble. Like, it's all very well getting some old, like, solid state technology, but, like, fax machines are problematic. You know what? I wouldn't really want a BlackBerry. I never really liked BlackBerries. They're perfectly fine devices, just not for me. But, like, if there were, like, a modern version of... I was thinking about this just this morning. Like a traditional flip phone, but like with modern stuff, you know, like 5G and like a decent-ish camera on the back, but not like a smartphone. If it's just like a flip phone, but with more modern stuff in it, you know. The best thing I have to whip out right now, though, is just my phone. You hear that bad boy? Let's dial some numbers. Sadly, 1471 does not work. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah. And also I was thinking, because I can like design PCBs and build little systems myself. The thing I can't do is make a case. And I was thinking like, God, I wonder if I could, because it's actually reasonably doable to make a phone. Maybe not a fancy one that has a camera and all that kind of stuff, but you can get enough like little GSM modules and this, that, and the other that you can make a phone. People have done it, little phone kits and things. I was thinking it'd be good to get one of those, but then have someone like 3D print with some good, like, because some people can do really good 3D printing these days, really good stuff. 3D print a flip phone case, you know? That'd be a cool little project. A bit beyond me at the moment, admittedly. I could probably build the PCB out But that's where I'd get stuck, I think, after that. Oh god, look, it's the guy in the gimp mask again. What, Fall Guy? You thinking of buying a new PC? You had a pretty... I saw, was it your Discord or my Discord? You posted a picture of one of your gaming setups. I think you said it was your first real setup. And it was nice, because there was like... You had a little monitor on the desk for actual desk time, but then further back you had a big comfy leather chair with a cup holder and a big TV on the wall for when you wanted to be chilling back there. It looked pretty... It was a nice little setup. It was nice. Anyway... I have to thank the Admiral for joining me, teaming up with me today and helping out. That was good fun. And thank you all for joining. And thanks for Figments for giving me that 90th follow. I'm looking forward to getting to 100. When I get to 100, I've got a book that I'm going to read out. I'm going to do a special stream where I sit down and read a cool, interesting book. If you like ships and things, it's all naval World War II based, so it could be interesting. I'll be back on Tuesday at the latest with Helldivers 2. Wednesday is probably going to be Vintage Story. Thursday is going to be more Warships. I hope the weather improves for everyone. Yeah, enjoy the outro. I made it myself. It's got a lot of old NASA stock footage, which I guess is fitting at the moment because they've sent a new mission to the moon. So there's if you look at it, it's got like... It's just silly, really. But it's got the old footage from the early like NASA test launches and stuff when they were kind of testing technology out and stuff. It's just meant to be in the style of those old TV outros, you know, at the end of the day where they play the national anthem and stuff. Anyway, take care, guys. You've been a lot of fun.